Well, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Book Club, hosted by me, the director.
Yippee.
Today, unfortunately, one of you wasn't able to catch up on the reading material before he got here, so Ozzy unfortunately will not be joining us, and I temporarily will be taking on the reins and the role of Cecile. I will take very good care of him. So, I suppose that we should remind ourselves about uh, our last journey within the tragic tale of Starmagic Grove. Last week, we began our reading of the story. We began with the children being read a history lesson by their grandmother, Sylvia Starmagic. This lesson was about the war on magic, revealing that humans fought to wipe out magic and succeeded, sending many magical creatures to extinction. Magic was saved when the hidden magic user, Queen Morella, came to power, restoring magic to everyone. Afterwards, Granny sent the children to find candy hidden throughout the grove. Juno found one hidden in the piano, which irritated Beask and Cecile. Beask and Epic made a deal to play a game, deciding that whoever finds the most candy take all of it. Epic and Pitou decided to team up. Or Pito. Epic and Pito decided to team up, searching the upstairs bedrooms for any pieces of candy. They found one, and while searching the boys' room, found Beask's secret diary, although they decided not to do anything with it. Downstairs, Beask attempted to hide the book Granny gave them to put away, but accidentally squished her fingers in the piano. He managed to get away with it, but was scolded for being reckless with it. Afterwards, they tried to convince Juno to team up with them, but he refused. The three of them all chose to explore outside regardless. Upstairs, Epping Pitou planned to escape from the window, which they managed to do with only minor scrapes and scratches. And they both got a head start towards the farm. Cecile and Beask had other plans, though. They decided against looking for candy at all, plotting to explore deeper into the grove instead. Juno overheard and threatened to tell on them, but Cecile and Beask convinced them not to tell anyone where they were going. They both left, and Juno followed along with Pito and Epic. Pito and Epic explored the shed, and they found another piece of candy there. They met up with Juno outside, who claimed not to know where Cecile and Beask had gone. They also managed to find more candy in the well and in the leaves. Afterwards, they moved on to travel further, finding a sundial that works both functionally and also serves as a center point for the goddess Sun. They found another piece of candy there. Cecile and Beask traveled through the woods, eating peaches as they went along. They found a strange glowing pink barrier, and they tested it by trying to hit it with magic, touching it, and throwing objects at it. Disappointed they didn't have anything to bring back, they left a book there as evidence that they were there at all, and chose not to tell their siblings. Epic noticed that once they'd found most of their candy, sorry, Epic noticed that they found most of the candy and began to worry about where Beask and Cecile had gone. They discovered Juno lied to them and followed Cecile and Beask's trail through the grove. Eventually, they found them and they brought them back home after some friendly fire between Epic and Cecil. They divided their candy among each other, and after which Epic dictated that Pito had won the game. Epic and Juno help Granny with cooking dinner, and she gives them a hint to where the last two could be. One is underground, and the other is with the birds. After some conflict, they all agreed to try again, and set it out to visit the cellar, which is where we shall begin today.
This is
You
the
all
movie.
step outside. You exit the warmth of your home into a chilly fall day. Above you, clouds cover the hot, burning sun and shield you from the otherwise blaring heat. Autumn leaves are scattered among the dying grass, and everything seems a bit foggy, or so. What would you like to do?
Do we see the cellar anywhere? Like the door to the cellar?
From where you are, no.
Do we know which direction to go?
You would know that it's somewhere around the side of the house. You are on the front porch at the moment.
Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, Epic is gonna go ahead and keep going. So wait, we just know it's somewhere on the side of the house.
Which
Yes,
side?
and Epic.
Found it.
Yep, Epic and Pito, you have both found it earlier when you jumped out of the window. It is somewhere around.
Oh yeah. Okay. So she'll kind of look back and say, "Come on, guys, I think it's over here."
Beast kind of sighs. Come on, Cecil, let's go.
Juno
Alright, so-
happily follows along and search for more candy.
Heck
As
yeah.
Beast noticed that quickly noticed that Pato is standing way too close. Beast goes, personal space, please. Haven't you heard of it?
Beast, be nice to your sister.
I am. I'm being nice to her, but she's being way too close to me. She's suffocating me. I can't breathe, Epic.
Can't
just standing next to him.
Epic.
Can't
Epic.
breathe, Epic.
We can't breathe.
She's so close. I can't breathe.
He's suffocating.
Epic walks up to Beast and throws both of her arms around Beast and just squeezes Beast in a hug and says, well, what about this? Is this too close?
No, that's fine. That's fine. And she'll give Epic a hug back and then squeeze as tight as they possibly can.
And she squeezes back.
I squeeze even harder. Squeeze even harder.
Okay, so if it's cool for me to be that close, then I'm pretty sure that Pito is fine. I mean, I don't really think that she can even actually hug you that hard.
No, that's what I'm saying. She can't even hug me that hard. What's the point of even being close to me?
I bet she totally can. Hey, Pito, can you try to hug Beast as hard as you can?
No.
Okay. She's gonna wrap her arms around him and try her best to squeeze.
Pito, roll me a strength check.
Oh, that's her dumb shot.
Watch her get a nat 20 and have to
Please.
in
Can
front of back.
Can I roll an opposing strength check?
I know, because you are
not
not
the
losing.
Okay, I am pushing. So Beast is trying to push away. Well, Pito
okay,
is.
Yeah, in that case, yes, you can go ahead and do a contesting strength roll.
Come on. No.
As you try to push your little sister Pito's affections away, she pushes her hug harder into you, desperate to prove herself as the ultimate clinger, and she does so.
Yeah, so happy now. She clings.
Love.
She's clinging onto his arm.
Push. Fine, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, come on. I think it's kind of cool that Pito can hug people. Like, really well.
Whatever. I'm tired. I'm not trying that hard, so whatever. Let's just find that candy. Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, are you sure that it's even underground or in the cellar?
Epic
Well,
puts
that's
an arm
what
around
Granny
Beast's
said.
shoulder and says, yeah, no, Granny said it's down there, so I mean, I totally trust her.
What if she meant that she hid it in a hole like a dog?
Maybe we should get
That
Pato to start
would
digging.
be really weird. Pato is not a dog and will not be digging, and also that would be really weird. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, but if she's so strong, and she's like, Beast is like saying this as they're walking.
Totally dig up a hole.
Exactly. If she's that strong, if she's so strong, she'd be really good at digging, right, Pato?
Well, technically, I don't really need strength to do it, and she's gonna go ahead and cast Druid Craft and move her arm, her finger around a little bit, and there's a small little hole as the dirt kind of moves off to the side.
Wow, that's so cool.
Beast is also gonna clap and like pulls his arm away and claps. See, that's great. No, Pato, you stand right here, and keep doing that. Come on, guys, let's go.
Well, no, Granny said I had to stay with you.
Fine.
Epic will open the cellar door.
All right. You approach the cellar door. It's a sort of wooden, very old trap door. And it's pretty heavy. So as you pull it up, I'm gonna actually have you roll me a strength check.
Sweet.
Break it down. Just
Rips
rip
it
the door off the hinges. Yeah, exactly.
Rips it off its fucking hinges. I'm not that strong. A strength check, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Strength check.
got it. It's a 14.
Hell yeah.
All right. It's heavy, and you can feel it sort of weighing down on you. And as you lift it up, it's heavier than comfortable. It sort of like pushes you down, and you heave as you shove it up. And with some force, you manage to shove it upwards and open it, revealing a dark staircase. And do you guys go down?
Last one down's a rotten egg! And Beast immediately starts taking down.
Epic starts running too.
Oh, I don't want to go
Also
in there.
He does not want to be the raw egg again.
Oh yeah!
Two-time
Go,
rotten
Juno,
egg
go.
champ. Go, Juno.
Whenever Epic sees Juno join in, she kind of slows down because she wants to let Epic, or she wants to let Juno get ahead of her.
Juno.
Because Juno doesn't often do that, so she doesn't want Juno to come in last, and she slows down for Pito too.
Oh,
That's cute.
Cecilia still was the last one to go in. Rita will cling to Cecilia. Not wanting to go in.
I'm gonna go ahead and start
That's
putting
so
you guys
funny.
in here. Basically, I'll put you up here.
Oh, I like this music.
There's a man playing. What's that
The
instrument?
lute.
It
Is it
sounds
a
like a
lute?
lute.
I don't know.
It's like it's like the Italian guitar thing. It's like a lute.
Oh
I
shit.
forget what it's called.
I forget too. I know what you. Oh god.
Oh, hello? Hello?
Fuck!
We just died?
Hello?
Nice music. Nice, comfortable
Oh,
music.
shit. What is down in the
It's
cellar?
Yeah, what the fuck's here? I mean, it was just a cellar. Jesus
What is in the
Christ.
cellar? What is this
Yeah.
music?
Actively
Around
going
here
now.
looking for candy.
We get down here and
Wrong
it's a fucking
vibes. Wrong
bloodbath.
vibes.
There's
We
dead
get down
bodies
here and like
everywhere.
there's dead bodies. There's like a cult actively doing like a
A
ritual.
ritual, and
You
everyone's
all
like,
die.
"What
You
the
all get
fuck?"
murdered instantly.
We get a
Hold
screen
on.
that says you
Hold on.
died.
Better vibes. Better vibes. Fix the vibes. There we go. Okay.
Oh god, this is still
Not
ominous.
as that's not as comforting either. I mean, it sounds like I'm in a horror film.
All right. You guys go downstairs. And
Oh,
for
I love this.
Beast and Juno, it is pitch black down here. You get to the stairs, and there's this small sort of area of the light from where the sun still kind of shines from the outside of the cellar. And you can't see much. You know from experience that sort of to the side of the stairs in hidden territory, there's an unlit lantern. However, it's out of sight for you completely. You don't actually know where it is, but if you were to blindly fumble, you could probably find it. However, Pito, Epic, and also Cecil are able to narrowly see with their dark vision that there is.
I have dark vision. I don't remember.
You do. FQ can't see? No, you don't. Everything's dark for you. You do not have dark.
Everything's
vision.
dark for me. How to change it? Not have dark vision. That's bullshit.
But for but for them, you can see several barrels. Some
Oh my god,
crates.
this music is just insane.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I love it. It's so good.
Pito is desperately clinging onto Cecil. She's terrified.
It's a scary cellar.
This music is killing me. Oh my god.
Stressing me out.
Blindly
Beast.
fumble for the
Yeah.
And there is a.
Beast kind of
there's
slows
a-
down.
Yeah, there's a stove down here and some bags of grain as well.
Damn.
You feel very eerie as you come down.
Oh, I love it.
I cast thaumaturgy. Are there any candles in here or anything?
Yes. You
There
will
was
be
an
able
unlit.
to see that there is an unlit lantern over here.
Sick. I'm gonna cast that bitch.
All right. You do.
I thought I was.
Wait,
going
what
to,
the fuck? This is an IDV song. This is
Oh,
an
it is.
identity. Yeah, I love this one.
Oh, I cast it like a million times. Oops. My bad.
It's okay because it is a cantrip.
I was about to say it doesn't really matter, but I didn't realize
Alright.
that it was.
You do cast it, and
Oh shit! What's
you
that in
light
the
up.
corner? Basically, gonna run over to see what's in this corner.
All right. You
Juno-
run over to.
Ooh, what's over there?
You run over to this corner and you see something odd. And you see something that you've never seen before. You see something moving in the darkness in a way that you've never actually seen before. You can see bags of grain, and then you can see the bags moving. There's
Ew.
piles of grain and wheat sort of scattered about, and
Oh, shit.
inside of them you see these strange creatures, these furry creatures that sort of squeak and scratch
Hello?
through the bag and sort of come out in waves as they sort of scurry and scuttle around the wheat that's
Ew.
here. You've never
These, like-
seen these creatures before, but from what you've heard of sort of common animals that exist outside of the grove, you assume that it might be some sort of type of rodent. But you've never seen one before in real life, only pictures or drawings or descriptions.
Wait,
Whoa.
so it is a rat?
But we've never seen it before.
We've never
You've
seen
never
a rat?
But you've never seen one before.
Oh, shit.
These types of creatures and these types of animals don't exist in Starmagic Grove. There are no birds, there are no rats, there are no bugs. Only the animals that are chosen to be brought into Starmagic Grove.
Fuck.
So, as you see
Oh,
these
shit.
rats, you're instantly unsettled,
Oh.
and they look at you. They seem to
Oh.
notice you all of a sudden, and they sort of stop their scuttling, and
Oh.
their interest in the food seems to stop for whatever reason, and they look at you, Beast, as you come towards them, being the closest one towards them, as they seem to catch your scent. And they immediately look at you with interest. And
hello.
from what you know of animals, from your chickens, how they're sort of skittish with people that they don't know. These don't seem to
You
be.
have chickens?
Yes, we do have chickens. We have chickens.
Oh.
We do have
Okay.
chickens.
So
We have chickens, but we've never seen rats.
So
chickens
they
with
seem.
no feathers.
Featherless chickens with blonde
Oh my god,
feathers.
featherless chickens. That's cute. Well,
So
First
as
Beast is gonna wait. First Beast kind of slows down and looks at them, and as they look at her, she kind of like stares right back at them, and she seems almost like, frozen in place, staring at
They
them.
seem to. So yeah, as you seem to as you sort of know about animals, they seem to be more scared of you than you are of them usually. But these don't seem to be scared of you, and in fact, they start to come closer to you. They sort of scurry towards you at your feet
Oh.
after they catch your scent, as if the food and the wheat that had been with them isn't as interesting as you are, and they're more drawn to you. And they'll immediately scurry to your feet, right up to you.
Oh, hi.
You,
hello?
yeah,
He's gonna
you
say, I greet them.
greet
Hi.
them, and they don't seem to really notice as you talk. They don't seem to be able to understand you in any way, but they instantly start to swarm you.
Oh god.
And yeah, they come to your feet, and you can see just these beady black eyes just shining under the light of the lantern as they start to try and gnaw through your clothes and to get to you. And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Rats!
You hear
Shit.
before initiative rolls, you just hear Peter slowly have the loudest scream, like,
Oh my god.
Oh god.
and he's clinging to Cecil.
He's like, oh hi! They're nibbling me with their noses.
With their noses.
They're kissing me with their noses.
They're nibbling.
Damn, nice pizza.
She's
For
gonna be
being so
pretty.
fucking scared, she's sure is gonna go
Screams and rolls a dirty 20.
Hilarious.
So funny.
And oops, I need to.
Swarm of rats!
Oh my god, I can pick up the dice. Can you guys see that?
No!
No, I
Oh,
can't.
I can't see you!
Cool.
I can pick
You
up
can
that
pick it
dice
up? What the
and,
fuck? That's
roll
so
it
cool.
and swing it around.
I love the swarm of rats die is so pretty. Also, I love the calm music now that we're fighting a swarm of rats.
I know. It's giving the game is glitching and the area music is peaceful, but the fight is not.
Oh god, now this is terrifying.
Oh
Jesus
wait, never mind.
Christ.
It's
Just
not as
kidding.
pretty anymore.
That's funny.
I love the horror music so much.
I feel like the rats are gonna like
Ow,
stand up
ow!
and grow people legs in a minute.
All right, so
That hurts. Ow, ow, ow! They're
What?
nibbling. I'm
Ow.
being
I
beast.
was like, oh, I was like, what happened?
you're like, ow, the
It's the
rats got
rats
me.
free! Ow, the rats
The
got
rats on my keyboard.
me. Oh, my mouse is
My mouse. The mouse on my desk.
A mouse on my
My-
desk.
the mouse on my desk is nibbling me.
That's hilarious.
Thank
Like, oh god,
you.
my mouse.
Cecil's not here, so I have to be the funny guy.
I'm gonna be funny, man.
We're missing our
Yeah, I also need to roll for seal.
our clown.
It's not working for me. My thing's broken. My thing's broken.
Oh,
Let me go ahead and roll for Cecile.
ugh, I didn't have time to make
It's
hot
Cecil,
chocolate.
right? Is it Cecil?
It's Cecil.
It's
He's
Cecil.
just he's just not.
Yeah.
His mun just isn't here to correct me on his name when I get it wrong.
Cecil.
Oh, okay.
It's Epic Beast.
Epic
Juno.
Cecil Beast.
Cecil. Pito.
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 Just
Yeah,
Juno
so,
and Pito.
As
Is it
you
Pito
see,
or Pito? I like
It's
Pito.
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 It's
so
Pito,
yeah,
like pita bread, but Pito.
Pito.
Sorry.
Pito.
Yeah, so Pito, you see these strange creatures, these rats, as they swarm upon your older sibling. And what do you do?
Ah. Ow, ow,
Yeah,
ow, they're biting me! What the
She
heck?
immediately clings onto
Stupid
Cecil and
things.
trying to like climb on top of him. And she's just screaming like,
Oh my god!
My
Soph's mic cutting out.
and as she's yelling, because Mind Sliver is just a verbal component, that yell is going to be the thing that causes Mind Sliver. So she's gonna cast Mind Sliver onto the rats as she's yelling extremely loud in this
Oh
small
god.
cellar. So
Ow,
it
my
needs
ears,
to roll a
Pato.
DC 14 intelligence
yeah,
saving throw.
my fucking ears.
My fucking ears hurt.
Lovely. Let me go ahead and read what Mind Sliver does exactly.
Are we supposed to be able to see where these rats are?
I see
They're
'em.
under
They're literally on top of
Beast.
these. Like if I move a
Oh.
little bit, you'll see them.
Yeah,
at
so
wait, they're so cutie pie.
They're so cute.
Oh my
Tito-
god, those are so cute.
They're
Those are the cutest things
adorable.
I've ever seen in my life.
yeah.
I know. Look at their little faces. They're adorable. Except Beast. Except they're on
Okay.
top of me.
Honestly,
So don't hurt me.
Yeah, Mind
so,
Sliver is a DC 14 intelligence throw, and then if it fails, a 1d6 psychic damage, and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw of the rat.
Does it
alright.
affect Beast if they're sharing?
No,
Same.
it's
It
just.
does succeed. It does succeed.
Alright, so let me roll my damage.
Sick.
The saving throw succeeds.
Oh, it succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
So
just
I
ignore that 3.
think, I believe.
Some smart
Yeah.
rats.
So it doesn't take damage. It doesn't have a caveat at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it
no,
does
it
not
doesn't.
hit.
Yeah, so it's a very smart rat, I guess. So yeah, that's all she does. That's literally all she does. She just screams and then climbs onto Cecile.
Hey.
Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away.
So the rats are they swarming on top of Beast, or are they
Yeah,
just,
like they're climbing
biting at
on,
like
They're like
Oh,
at
well.
his. They're like at their feet,
nibbling
sort
at
of
his
climbing
ankles
onto
and
them,
stuff.
trying to climb up his legs, trying to get underneath of his clothes.
Yeah, and
Well,
he's
that's
like
inconvenient.
actively wiggling around, like dancing around, swatting at them. Like, get off, get
that's
off, get
super
off.
inconvenient because it's like how the fuck are you supposed to hit them?
Right?
Okay.
All right, so Pito, that is your turn. So we're gonna go ahead and next up, I think it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So Epic is gonna run over to Beask and let me open my thing here. And then I'm going to
Oh, don't mind that. I was just clicking on that.
let's see. I'm trying to think. Hold on, sorry. Bear with me 2 seconds while I think about this. God, they're all over him. 20, and then my movement speed is 30. So can I move 25 feet over to Beask and then use the remaining 5 feet to pull Beask backwards? Like away from the. Or would you consider it an action to pull somebody, or are you gonna let it be a free action to pull somebody? I don't know if you'd consider interacting with
I guess that would be considered like maybe like a consensual grapple.
That's cute.
You grab on to Beask, and Beask, are you gonna struggle from Epic as she tries to pull you back?
Yeah, he's kind of freaked out right now. Like, you can see as soon as Epic lays, puts hands on him, he sort of goes and like kind of like whips around, like he's really freaked out right now, and like sort of whips around.
Okay, and sorry, what did you say, Teal? That is considered my action or no?
That would be legal if Beask is willing to let you do so. Otherwise, you will have to roll a check to grapple him.
Yeah,
Well, as soon as
I was wondering though if you're considering it to be my action,
Let me see.
or if I still have an action left.
I think
Hold
Teal's
on.
saying that if Beask lets you pull them back, then you don't use an action. If I understood that correctly, Teal.
Okay.
It will count as an action either way.
Okay, that's what
So I guess
understood.
it's just I guess it
Oh,
was
it's
just
just
a
a
roll was
check.
needed.
You won't need to roll to move him though.
Okay,
If
yeah,
he's
'cause
okay with it.
Yeah,
But it
okay,
would take
yeah,
your
okay. In
action.
that case, if it's gonna be my action, yeah, then I'm gonna grab him and like pick him up like off the ground, just a little bit, just enough that his feet aren't like on the ground, or their feet aren't like on the ground. That way, the
Mhm.
rats
Yoink.
can't bite him, and also so that people can hit the rats.
Yoink.
That's funny. All right, so as Beask, are you going to consent to being grappled? Are you
Well,
gonna let Epic do this?
first he's really confused. He sort of yelps and like twists around to see who the hell is like grabbing him. He's kind of freaked out by these rats. But as soon as he, lays eyes on his sister and like can see that it's her, he sort of like relaxes a little bit, and allows Epic to assist.
You allow Epic to assist you, and she sort of wraps her arms around your waist and like lifts you up slightly off of the ground. And as you kind of kick your feet, like a rat like clings to your ankle and then drops to the ground.
Ew.
Yeah. And you are, for now, safe from their wrath.
Thank God.
Okay, that'll be my turn for now.
All right. So next we will be going to Juno.
All right. Sorry. Okay. I'm hoping that these rats do not have. Do I want to do that? Sorry, I'm talking to myself because I have a spell I want to use, but I'm scared it's going to affect us, and I don't know if I want it to affect.
Do we want to move us back? Like, does Epic move back and Beast move back a little bit so the rats are on their own
Technically,
square?
Yeah, so technically it would kind of be like that because I had 25 movement speed, so I
Yeah.
moved back another 5, so you'd technically be there, yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Because we can't share the same square. So.
Yeah. So now rats are in their own.
What spell are you trying to use?
I was looking at sleep to put the rats to sleep, but I think how it works is that it's ascending.
You can
think you just target.
You can choose whatever creature.
Okay, so you're letting me target on it? Like, just to target the rats? Because
Let me double
Yeah,
check that.
I think that's how it works. Maybe not.
I was trying to look into it and it made it sound like everyone's affected. It's just less likely to infect players because
Interesting.
you have to roll something, like a roll,
Mm.
what is it? It's
Interesting.
58. The total is how many hit points.
Okay, yeah, no, you are right. It would affect everyone in the area.
Not
Yeah,
unless you aim it here, but it's 20 feet from that position. So it'll be like if you aim it like here, you could
Oh,
technically do it and have him. Well, technically, Beast, no matter what you do, Beast might sleep, but it'll go. All the points would go to the rats first, and then Beast because the rats are closer to the point of 20 feet. That's how sleep works.
okay.
So you would roll. If you you roll, I don't know, 45. If the rats have less than 45, they fall asleep, and the remainder goes to Beast. And it would go from there in that 20-foot sphere.
That's funny. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Do
Juno,
it.
Juno, notices the rats, and like first instinct, kind of tries to neutralize them. So I'm gonna cast sleep. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's zoom out. There we go.
Lovely.
It got rid of my thing. One sec. Place measure template. Okay.
All right. So you will roll the 5d8.
17. Nice.
So 17. And you do cast that. And nothing happens.
What?
Haha. Oh no.
Super rats.
Juno is very startled by this.
Wait, okay. Okay. Got it. Sorry.
Okay.
I
Nothing
Nice.
happened.
yeah, I was
Okay.
confused for a second.
Happy wizards. Yeah.
Juno-
No sleepy.
You cast a spell. And it's ineffective. As it as your spell sort of takes over the area, they continue to swarm your friends or start to chase after them.
Juno is very surprised by this, and he's like, "Huh?" And he's kind of like
Oh,
looking around at him.
Juno.
He's like, "You guys saw that? That should have worked."
Oh, baby.
And he's not gonna move. That's there.
All right, you stay there. Then we will move on to Beast. You are currently grappled, so if you would like to move, you would have to. You will be moving with Epic's movement speed, unless you would like to escape her grasp, which she can choose to let you go consensually or non-consensually, and you can roll for it.
Can I, let's see. If I was to attempt an unarmed strike on the rats, could I do that while being grappled, or would I have to push away from Epic?
You could still do that, yes.
Yippee! Okay, so even though Beast is like in Epic's arms being lifted up, he's gonna be like, oh, ow, 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 and then he's gonna like put his leg back and just kick the closest rat as hard as he can with his wee boots. Try to
His wee
punt a
little
rat
boot.
across wee little boot. Try to punt
All right,
a
go
rat
ahead and
across the room.
roll an unarmed strike.
Okay. Attack first, right? There we go. 13.
That does
Funky.
hit, so go ahead and roll for
Yippee!
damage. You bring your foot up and you smash it down just into the like
Horde of
blanket
rats.
of rats and fur.
Punt a rat across the room.
And you
There we go.
managed to do
2 damage.
Yeah, so you managed to do 2 damage to it. And is that all you plan on doing?
Do I successfully punt a rat across the room?
Yeah, you just send it flying into the wall back towards the bags.
Bye, rat. All right, that's my turn.
Lovely. So we're going to move to the swarm of rats, and uh, since by the way, Epic and Beast, you're not on the same square, but you guys would be like in a similar position, I imagine. But
Yes.
since Beast's feet are in the air, it's going to swarm you instead, Epic. It's gonna come forward.
Underneath. Oh
Yep,
no.
and it's gonna start trying to climb up your legs, and they're gonna um bite and claw
What music is this
at your
from?
at your at your ankles.
Okay. Great. Love
Great.
it.
However, it does not hit. They don't manage to do your damage. Your socks like get in the way, like as they try and claw through to your skin and try and gnaw through the fabric that keeps you protected from their jaws.
They do or they don't hit.
They do not hit. You do not take
Okay.
any damage. However,
Thank God.
by the
No.
bags, another swarm of rats
Oh
seems
God,
to just
seriously?
crawl
Oh!
out in another wave of the bags as they catch your scent. And they're going.
Gross.
Oh my God. You just hear Beast scream, "What? Send us down here!"
Gross.
And they're gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Or actually, they're not gonna move anywhere. They're gonna stay down here, actually. They're gonna roll initiative. That's what they're gonna do.
So those are over there. The rats are so cute. Where are the rats?
I know! The rats are
rats.
adorable.
The rats. We need that one song. The rats.
Rats.
The rats. The rats.
We-
So yeah, that is what they will do. They will try and bite you, Epic, and they fail to do so. And we'll move on to Cecile, and he says,
Wait, what? Do I not get
we're
my
on to
turn?
Cecile's round.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I thought we were on the second swarm of bats after Patu for a second, and I was like, wait.
We were for a second, but I've had them roll initiative instead.
Oh, okay.
What are those things?
And like, would we just immediately know that they're rats, or would we have to do any like check?
I've never seen rats.
Most
We've
of
seen
you,
them in books.
you've seen them in books before. Yeah, you've talked about them. You've heard like the stories of like rats in like cellars or like getting into food and stuff like that, or like them being kind of in like dirty places. You've heard of them before, and what they look like is like small little furry rodent creatures. You would reasonably know what a rat is and what they look like.
Yeah. Okay. Juno's kind of looking down at them, and he's like, I think they're rodents, or and he like glances back at Pato because he feels like she'd know immediately more than he would.
And she's shaking. She's still clinging onto Cecile, and she goes, "Yeah, they're rats. They're rodents. They're they're not supposed to be here. Ew."
Oh, baby girl.
See, I told you there was something in the walls.
Oh, she starts crying
These
now,
are just the baby ones. There are
Oh.
way bigger ones.
and she's actively sobbing right now.
Oh my
God.
She's hiding her
Oh my
face in
God.
Cecile's like really big sweater, and she's just crying.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
Don't
And
worry. Don't worry,
Uh,
Beast. I've got you. And he's gonna come forward and he's gonna kind of cringe
Help.
at the idea of like touching one of these furry little rat things. But he will, and he'll sort of like shove his hand into the pile of rats, and he will cast Shocking Grasp
Oh.
Gonna pick one up.
at Epic's feet.
oh,
And it does hit.
Red.
Let me go ahead and roll damage. And he does do 2 damage to the
Oh,
swarm
yeah.
of rats. He kind of just picks one up and zaps it, and it just dies instantly in his hand. And then he kind of holds it up to Pito's face and is like, "Look!"
Oh, she is screaming super loud.
This is like, whoa, nasty,
Pito's
cool.
gonna need therapy.
Pito is feeling extra traumatized. And speaking of Pito, it is now your turn.
Yeah, no, I was gonna
Sweet.
have her do something else, but now since there's a rat in her face, she just yells super loud all over again, and she's going to again have that be the trigger to cast Mind Sliver, and it's gonna be right over to the ones on top of Epic. So same thing. She screams really loud as soon as the seal shoves like a rat in her face, and she screams super loud that I'm not gonna do because I have people in my house.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be another DC 14 saving throw.
Wonderful. Let me go roll that for you.
You're not gonna scream.
No, I can't. I'm just going to get cut off. It's just like, yeah, there's a rat in front of her. She goes,
You're just cut out.
All right, and they fail. So you can go ahead and roll your damage.
or psychic damage as their little mouse ears hurt from hearing a little girl shriek.
They're tiny
But
mouse
they
ears.
seem to sort of squeak in distress as one of them is shocked to death, and
Oh,
the
God.
other is and several of them just drop dead as Pito screams.
Aw.
And is that all you will do with your turn?
Yes, but also they get a minus 1d4 to whatever saving throw they do next. So just
Lovely.
keep in mind for that one.
All right.
But yeah, she
So,
continues to hide behind Cecil. She can't move, but because the map is very small, but she pretends she's like back here. Behind Cecil, over on this side,
cute.
hiding behind.
Right. So, and then it will be the next rat's turn, and they will move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh no.
30. And they will swarm you.
Oh my god.
Juno?
Ah!
Oh no, Juno!
And they chew at your little rolled up
Rats be upon
pants
you.
as they scatter over your feet and start to scratch and bite at your skin as they try to get through your fur. Let me see. What's your AC, Juno?
My DC. Let me try and find
Your
that. real
AC.
quick. AC. Where would that be again? I'm sorry.
It is 13. So they do hit.
Ah!
See, they do 4 damage.
Ow!
You have like half a withered health.
Owie. What the fuck?
So Juno's like screaming at this point, going, "Ow! Ow! Ow!" It really hurts.
Oh, yeah, they're nibbling.
Yeah, they just seem to dig their teeth into your ankles, sort of trying to get past your fur and into your skin as they sink their teeth into your flesh and scratch at you. And it's like a wave of agony at your feet.
You have 10 seconds.
They start to climb higher and sort of dig their claws into your legs and try and climb up further onto you.
Oh god.
Help!
All right,
Okay.
and with that nice description, it is now Epic's turn.
So the one of the swarms of rats are on me.
Yes, and one is behind you on top of Juno.
Juno. Okay. Epic is going to fly up just like 5 feet.
All right, you are bringing Beast with you.
Oh no, she would have let Beast go at this point.
Release
All
me.
right,
Yeah,
free
she
action.
would've-
I let you use your free action.
Release
You
me.
let Beast go. And you're going to use your movement speed to fly about 5 feet up and out of reach of these rats.
Mm-hmm. And then just like looking down at the rats that are there.
These
She'll
are still on top of you. And just I need to access your token. Just ignore
you're
that.
fine. And she'll do Eldritch Blast on the rats.
No.
It's a
Oh,
nat-
nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nat 20.
nice.
Get fucked.
It's it's oh wait,
Get
did it?
fucked.
It looks like it. Oh, I think it auto rolled. No, it didn't. That was okay. Oh, sorry, it's 13. I see what it did.
Yes.
So, question: How do you do crit rolls? Do you double the dice, or do you?
We do what Foundry automatically does for us because it rolls it for us.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like
We
we
do
don't like
whatever Foundry does,
So it
which I
looks
think
like
is
it's double dice.
which I think is double damage, and you just roll 2 of the same dice.
I think Pre just rolled 2 dices.
Yeah,
No, I
so they
rolled
just roll 2
the.
dice. It's not max damage. They just let you roll twice for damage.
All right, so you just rolled double
Yeah.
the dice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, you go ahead, and yeah, you hurt them, and you do major damage to them. This just like really, really, and this is the one that's right under you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you do major damage to them. They just seem to go flying. There's several of them dead, and only like a couple remain now. There's only like 2 or
Raining
3
rats.
rats below you. They are not looking good.
Raining rats.
As the swarm starts to kind of dissipate. Yeah. And will that be your turn?
Blah, blah, blah.
She's gonna use the rest of her movement. So she flew up 5. So. Is this a barrel?
That is a crate.
Okay, she'll stand on top of the crate.
All right.
Yeah,
You land. You're already 5 feet up, so all you do is just land. You just put your feet down.
Yep.
Yeah. So you land on the crate.
Perfect.
Great. And then Juno, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna have to unarmed strike them to try and just like force these rats off me. Oh, it looks like I already clicked it once. Alright, so I roll for the attack first. Normal.
Come on. Get him. Punch the rat.
Unarmed strike. So which ones are you attacking?
The ones that are currently eating me alive.
You punch the rats that are currently eating you alive, and you hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
1 damage. Hell yeah. Go, Gina.
Fuck 'em up.
1 damage, baby.
That's at least
Yep.
1 rat.
That's 1 rat.
You punch them. You punch into them, but it doesn't seem to do much. Like, you hit, but it just it doesn't do a lot. They kind of seem unscathed, honestly. You
Juno,
don't.
what were you saying, Teal?
You kind of like your fist like kind of barely brushes against the fur of one of them, and you're not even sure you actually did any damage, honestly. It seems kind of hard to punch like a group of rats.
Yeah, poor Juno.
Juno.
At this point, he's kind of sniffling a little. He's like, guys,
Oh.
no! And he's still like,
honey.
he
Your
lost,
brothers
like,
are eating you alive.
help me! And that's the end of Juno.
Right, Juno, will that be your turn, or would you like to move, or?
That'll be the end of his turn.
Alright, that is the end of your turn. Beast, it is now your turn.
Yippee! Do you do disadvantage if a long range spell if they're closer to me? So if I tried to ray of frost these rats close to me, would that be an issue?
Is a Ray of Frost a ranged attack?
1 action, range 60 feet, 1 creature, instantaneous.
Is it a
Doesn't
roll to hit?
say. Yeah.
Then yes.
See.
Since they are right next to you. Which
They're
unfortunately
indeed
for
right
ranged
next to me.
attacks is not
Believe
for you.
is range 60 feet. All right. So instead, he's gonna see all these rats attacking Juno and see these rats right close to him, and he's gonna attempt to kick these rats again. So once again, he pulls his leg back and just punches or like kicks, punts right into this swarm of rats right in front of him again. Hi. Let's see, where is unarmed strike?
Go ahead and roll a hit with unarmed strike.
Attack. Hell yeah.
That totally hits. So yeah, you stomp your foot into the pile of rats again. And you do hit. You step on a rat directly, and it seems to just crunch below your foot.
Hell yeah. Ew, that's gross. And then with my mobile feat, when I make a melee attack creature, I don't provoke opportunity attacks for the creature for the rest of the turn, whether if I move with mobile. So he will.
What are you doing? Are you using your feet?
Yes, my mobile feat. Yeah. Yeah. When you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature for the rest of the turn, whether it hits or not.
Wonderful. All right.
So, he's gonna scurry off closer into the dark, away from the rats.
Lovely. All right. Yeah, you scurry off, and
Scurry.
will that be the end of your turn?
What is this right here? Is this a barrel? Wait, I should know that before. What's this thing next to me right here?
That is a grate. It seems to.
Great. Okay, cool.
That's for any pooling water.
Then
So.
okay. Then yes, if it's not obscuring me, then indeed he's gonna
Yeah,
come over here.
Right. Then we will go back to the rats. The rats. These guys are not looking so hot. They just don't look good at all. There's only like a couple of them left, but that won't
just
stop
don't
them.
look
And
good
they're
at
gonna
all.
climb up the stairs, and they're going to come swarm Cecil, who just immediately yelps and is like, "Oh no! Now they're coming after me!"
Kick him!
It's a real squeaky situation.
Oh my god.
Admit
Please-
the
It
kind
takes a
of
moment
rat
to laugh
thing.
at that.
Like, there's like a little bit of an audible groan from Juno.
That's so funny.
Face laughs.
And they will bite, and they're gonna attempt to attack him. Feel what is your AC? However, they do hit. And they do good 2 damage to Cecile. So they crawl up him, and they start to kind of crawl under his little robe, nipping at him and scratching at him. And he's like, and he kind of shouts, and he's like, "Ah, that hurts!" And that will be the end of the rat's turn, and we will move on to Cecile, who is now being swarmed. And yeah, he's very disgruntled. He kind of like wrinkles his nose, and he's gonna attempt to use Shocking Grasp again on the ones that are right on him, just to try and finish them off. And he will attack. However, as he reaches for them to try and grab them, there's only a couple left now, so he's trying to only grab like 1 or 2 rats that are biting him, and they sort of jump off and they hiss at him and they scatter, and he doesn't manage to actually reach onto any of them. And he will stay put. So, Pito, both of your brothers are being swarmed right in front of you, and it is now your turn. Actually, hold that thought. It is your turn, but again, more rats seem to just swarm out of this
Whoa.
bag.
Oh my
Just
god.
another.
There are more rats. What the fuck?
Yep, another wave of
Jesus
them
Christ.
seems to
Ew.
rush out, like grain, just pouring out of a bag. Except instead, it's just a wave of rats. And Pito, it is now your turn.
Yeah. She screams more. She's like always yelling. The entire interaction you just hear in
Like,
the back as you're really concentrating. You just hear go like, and so then as they get onto Cecile, she like immediately no longer clings to him and takes a step. And she's like, oh, ew, 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 ew. And she's right there. She is going to question if she diagonal. So like I'm imagining the rats are at Cecile's like feet. Can she use poison spray at a diagonal so that it just hits the rats at his feet and not Cecile?
They are sharing a space at the moment, so they are sharing the same square.
All right, so either I toxic gas my brothers or
Please don't do that.
all right.
She's like, should I use toxic gas on my brothers?
Should
Should
I
I-
poison my brothers?
Can I? Because I could just hit them both right here. All right. Yeah. No. She's going to grab her focus, which is a quarterstaff, and she's going to attempt to use it not as a wizard academic, but to smack the rats at her brother's feet. She's gonna go, and she just grabs her staff and she just smacks the ground, like trying to hit it with like a broom. Like imagine that, but it's like.
And are you trying to hit the ones at whose feet?
She's gonna hit the ones at Cecile since they look like they're almost done. She's gonna just hit.
All right,
one
roll
there.
the hit.
All right, it's a 20 to hit.
Yeah, and that hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
All right, she's using both hands. So 9.
Wow. Good job. Yeah. You do that, and yeah, that seems to just do them. And there's just a pile of dead rats there now. Let me go ahead and kill them for you.
Yeah. And as soon as she smacks the last of it, she's there. She looks up. She's crying. She has snot underneath her.
Oh,
her nose.
honey.
And she just goes, "Can we go back upstairs now?" And she's
Oh,
gonna end her turn there.
honey.
She's gonna end her turn there. But she's gonna shift to where Juno is. Looks like she's about like ready an attack to smack the rats at Juno's feet, but that's gonna be the end of her turn.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Oh. Please.
And we
Oh,
moved on to the next rats. They watched their brother die, but they don't seem to care. The blood drooling down your ankles seems
Ugh.
to be so much more of interest to them than the thought of death. And they almost seem to be looking at your wounds, Juno.
Vampire
No.
rat!
Oh, no.
That's how you get
As
rabies.
they
Vampire
continue.
The fucking
rat.
rats.
That's how you get rabies.
You're gonna get rat disease.
It's like the bubonic plague.
Oh my god.
Ah.
So yes, as they try to gnaw further into your flesh,
Juno
they
has
will
rat
attempt to bite
disease.
you again, Juno. And Juno, what is your AC again? I believe it's 3.
I think you said it was 13. Yeah, it's
and
13.
this time though, they don't seem to do any more damage, luckily, but they are still on you, and you're not feeling so great, as I'm sure you know.
Yeah.
Poor injured little thing.
Poor little
Right, and Epic, it is now your turn.
Okay, Erica's gonna go save her little brother.
Please.
Fly 5 over
Just
5 feet
hurry.
over to him. Let's see here. I want to roll a strength check to try and grab Juno and carry him while I'm still flying.
All right, go ahead and yeah, I will have you roll me a strength check.
So 15.
Right, yeah, you managed to do that. It will take about, you can now move with about half of your movement speed as you lift him up, and you fly him about 5 feet high, still holding onto him.
Okay, I just
Do
want to
the rats
move
fall off?
him over here and put him on the barrel.
All right. However, I will tell you, using that grapple action, I am going to say we'll take your action.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
fine. She's not going to do anything else. She's just going to relocate Juno.
Let me go ahead and relocate Juno for
To the
you. So you're going to
barrel.
bring him over here.
Yeah.
Okay, does the rats fall off of him?
Yeah, the rats try to cling to you.
Ew.
But Epic manages to shake them off of you as she flies you away, putting you on higher ground.
And she's going to look at Juno and say, "Stay up here, okay? Don't come down for any reason."
Juno
It's gonna be okay, they're
gives
just
Epic a
rats.
very aggressive nod. He does not want to go back down there.
And she'll yeah, okay, go ahead. That'll be her turn.
Wonderful. All right. We'll move on to Juno. It is now your turn. Your
All
sister
right,
has
give me,
saved you.
Thank you. I think on the turn, Juno's kind of just clinging to himself on the crate right now, and he doesn't feel like there's anything he can really do. He just he's an injured little bunny. He got mauled by rats. He there isn't anything he's willing or can do this.
All right. So are you gonna stay up there?
Yep, I'm staying up here.
Is he skipping his turn?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Honey.
All right. So Juno will stay up there, and
Don't have anything. Unless I want to put
Beast,
you all to
it
sleep.
is now your turn. You see more rats swarm out of the bag, only a few feet away from you as you attempt to hide away from danger.
Oh my god. As we sees this one's kind of scurrying over there to his right, I guess. He's gonna go, guys, there's more over here! And he's gonna take a few steps back this way, and then fire a ray of frost at these rats over here. There we go.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
9.
No.
Which ones are you trying to hit?
These ones.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
No!
However, I believe. Let me double check with Ray of Frost.
No, you might be thinking of Ice Knife.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ray of
Unfortunately.
Frost doesn't have any extra stuff. It's either hit or not.
Yep. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Stamp my little feet and go, ah! Stamp, stamp, stamp.
All right.
That's
Yeah. And
And
then
my turn.
we'll move on to Cecile. And he's gonna kind of cringe and step over these. Oops. Hold on. Cecile. I can move all the tokens, so. Cecile will kind of cringe and step out of the pile of rats over here, and he kind of gives Peto that's like kind of look as he kind of grimaces the dead rats at his feet
Ew.
and says, "Oh, okay." And he's gonna say, "Over here, rats!" And he's gonna attempt to attack the rats right in front of him with his shocking grasp again for a 21 to hit. And he does hit. And he will for damage. He does exactly 1 damage to the rats.
Oh, dang.
and he kind of like pumps his fist and he's like, "Yeah!
Oh, yeah, go Cecil!
I did it!
You did it!
I'll save you, Peto!"
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Oh no.
Cecil, you're a hero!
Oh no.
Speaking of heroes,
It was right to his head.
it is now the rat's turn, and they are going to move 5, 10, 15
Oh god.
over
God
here
damn
on
it.
Beast again.
Beast is cheering, doesn't even notice.
Now rolled a hit for. Let me see. And they do not hit, but they start to swarm you again at your feet, Beast. Immediately
Ew!
interested in you again. And bottom,
Oh, I like this music.
Okay.
another wave of
Oh,
rats
ew!
pours out of
Damn.
the bags.
Oh my god! We need to destroy this fucking bag. Why don't we have explosion spell?
You're like, why is there not a barrel of explosives over here
Yeah,
that I
what
can
the
blow
fuck?
up?
Fireball, fireball, fireball.
Fireball,
Fireball, fireball,
Fireball. Alright, and then Pito, it is now your turn.
Oh. She is going to see the rats that are coming out from over here and hate that there's more rats. She does not want
Roll
them
to hate.
coming.
She's like, okay, slay. Fuck that.
She does not want them to come near, so she is going to cast. Let me double check that is in my. Yes. She's going to cast Cause Fear on these rats. So she's going to
Which
stare
ones?
at them on the ones that just came out from the bag.
Alright,
She's a
cause fear.
14 DC saving throw. She's going to stare at them and she's clenching onto her focus. And she points the focus at the rats, trembling, and she just goes, go. And she just finishes the incantation, and then she just lets the spell go.
Alright,
And she-
and they do fail that save.
Yes, so they cannot come anywhere. They cannot move closer towards Pito, which means that they cannot move closer to her siblings because she's over here. So basically, it just means that they can't get closer to her.
Yeah, let me double check exactly what the stuff is for that.
Yep. You awaken a sense of mortality in one creature you can see within range. A construct or an undead is immune to this effect. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened until the spell ends. The frightened target can repeat the saving throw at the end of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success.
So it is frightened.
And on
But yeah,
the
it cannot
frightened.
willingly move closer to you, and it has disadvantage on ability checks. Alright.
While it has me in its sights, I believe.
Lovely.
I can't get closer. And that's going to be the end of her turn.
Wonderful.
She is concentrating on that
Go ahead
spell.
and apply that to them. Alright.
Yippee!
Good job. Speaking of swarm of rats, we are on to one of them. This one's going to move forward, and it's going to swarm Cecile again. It's going to swarm Cecile this time with Juno being far, far away.
Poor little bunny boy.
Far
Poor
away.
bunny boy. Keep the bunny safe.
And they will attack him. They will try and bite him as they try to climb up his skirt again, or his robes. And he sort of like kicks at them and kind of squirms, and they don't manage to do any damage to him, but they are a lot closer to him, and he's definitely freaked out by it. And that will be their turn. And Epic, it is now your turn.
All right, so let's see here. Epic is. Let me look. Where are the? Okay, so there's a swarm of rats on. On Cecil, but then what? There's a swarm of rats on Beast again.
Yes.
Damn it, guys!
Hello. These motherfucking rats on these in this motherfucking cellar.
Jesus Christ!
These motherfucking cellar.
And then just to clarify, these rats are all dead, right?
The ones in front of Pito, yeah.
These are
the
all
one,
dead, right?
these
So
ones
which ones are
dead.
dead?
Yes. The ones
These
right
are
besides
dead.
Pito.
Oh, I see.
The ones
With
on
the
top of
skull.
Cecile are alive.
The ones on top. Okay, great.
The one
And
with
then
the
there's just
skull
a new
icon are
swarm of
dead.
rats over there, right?
Yep.
Yes. Those ones
Jesus Christ.
currently are feared. Or currently have fright. They're currently frightened.
Right. Okay, great. So in
What, the
that
ones down
case-
here?
Yeah, so they can't come up.
Okay.
Actually,
how many rats are on Beast?
actually,
Like a full swarm.
Pito,
God damn it, Beast.
Pito, I want you to know, because I just checked something. So as you do that, it doesn't seem to be effective on this pile rats.
Oh, they can't be
As you
feared.
cast that spell, it seems to succeed. At first, like you can feel like their minds like weak to it, but as you actually try to cast the spell, it doesn't seem to take like hold.
Vampire rats.
Oh shit, good. Now I know not to use my cause fear spell.
Alright, so she's gonna
Just
notice
so you-
that.
yeah,
And
just
she's
so you
going
know.
to scream, and she's gonna just scream louder, and then she goes, it didn't work! I casted everything correctly, it didn't work! These are
Aw.
freaks of nature!
Oh
That's
my
what she
God.
Oh my
aloud.
god. Freaks of nature.
Freaks of nature.
Okay.
yeah,
So, how many? Okay, so is there a full swarm of rats on Cecil and Beast?
Yes.
Fuck. Damn it, guys.
Full swarm of rats.
Why'd you go get on the barrels?
I
Damn
told
it,
you to stay on the
okay.
barrel!
Are those
Oh
barrels
my
over
God.
there? Oh shit.
All right.
You
Let's.
can't see.
I can't see shit. It's
You
dark.
can't see very well in the dark.
Beast doesn't have
10,
night vision or dark vision.
Mhm.
Apparently.
You can't see shit.
I thought
Pick up Beast again. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just flying around picking people up.
picking people up.
Picking up my boys.
Delivery.
Picking up my siblings and putting them on barrels. All right.
Little ducklings.
Epic's delivery service.
That's
Okay, I'm gonna
cute.
roll strength to try to pick up.
Are you picking them up while you're flying?
Yeah, I flew over here.
All right, go ahead and roll to strength to be strong.
Oh
Oh, not strong.
Five.
Unfortunately, you kind of grapple him, but this time as you do it, you try to lift him from above while you're still flying, and it's a lot harder since he's just. I mean, Juno's a little bit lighter. Like Beast's just like a little bit taller. And he's just not as easy to pick up, like especially from this angle. And as you try and lift him into the air without having lifted him up,
He's also
beforehand, you just
flailing.
can't.
He's flailing all
He's
around.
flailing, like it's really difficult.
Arms
You
are
can't really get a
everywhere.
good grip on him to pull him up the way that you want to.
So
Okay, Epic, I got him.
that consumed my action, so I guess I can't really do anything. I'm just gonna stand here. I mean, so that was my action, so I can't do shit.
All
Okay,
right.
that was fun.
All right. Sorry. All right, Juno, it is now your turn.
Anyways, what the hell is Juno gonna do? After seeing Pato's spell fail and his sleep spell failing earlier, he kind of like holds his paws up to his face and kind of like rubs his face in frustration. Like, since Pato's spell failed too, he's thinking that this isn't gonna work. And so he just genuinely doesn't know what to do, but he also just doesn't want to go back down with the rats. So he's once again just staying up there, not doing anything for this turn. He's kind of.
Oh yeah, stay safe, King. Stay safe out there.
All right.
He's
You kind of. All right.
All of
you
us
stay.
are just standing emoji.
You stay up there. You feeling helpless and like you can't do anything. You sort of stand on your barrel still, where your sister has taken you to safety. You want to help, but you're not ready to throw yourself back into danger again, even as your siblings are swarmed by these strange creatures that you've never seen before. You're just terrified.
You're like,
You're
damn,
scared.
that sucks, guys. Bye.
You're terrified. You're scared, and you don't know what
little
to do.
bunny boy. It's a
You're,
baby.
you're just a little guy. You're just a little kid. How
Just a
are you supposed to
baby.
deal with these things trying to hurt you and attack you? You've never had to fight before. So, as you do
Just
that,
a baby.
you will move on to the rats. We are on the ones that are on top of Beast at the moment. And as Epic comes to assist, it's not enough, and they're going to attempt to bite.
No!
Let me see.
Candy better be worth it.
And they are going to bite. However, they do not hit.
Oh, thank God.
So they sort of,
Kick.
as Epic being there distracts them, and they sort of, and like her feet kind of like join the fray, and like kind of start to like, kind of like attempt to stomp on them, and like kind of kick at them, and they kind of scatter, unable to get a good grip on you, Beast, or a good target. So they're not able to do much to you, and they don't move away either. They seem pretty intent on trying to eat you specifically.
Owie.
All right, and then Beast, it is your turn.
Yippee! Yeah, so as the rats are attempting to bite him and they miss, he kind of like cheers and he's like, "Ha! Stupid rats!" And then he's gonna attempt to kick them again since they're right next to him.
All right, go ahead and roll an unarmed strike.
I use my leg to punt rat. Kick!
All right, and that does hit, so go ahead and roll.
Hey! Not roll. 2 more damage. Kick.
All right, I would like you to do me in. I want you to roll me a perception check.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. Perception, where's perception? Oh, thank God. Not in that one. It rolled close.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
No! Damn it. Well, even if...
But you do more damage to them, yeah. You crunch your foot down, and you feel a couple of more of them. Like one kind of like squeaks in pain. It kind of scatters away from you as you
Stupid
basically
rats.
step on it.
Also, my feet lets me not get an attack of opportunity, so Beast is gonna scurry this way now and jump on a barrel and climb up on the barrel.
All right, you do so.
Wait, am I still on the barrel if I'm in this square? Am I on the barrel?
You can say so, yeah.
Okay.
Also, that is a
Climbs
crate.
up. Okay, crate. Yeah, not barrel. Climbs up
Same
on
thing,
this
though.
crate.
Same idea.
Right, but Judo.
All right, we're back onto Cecile, and he kind of shouts, and he's like, "Ah!" as he's swarmed by rats. Ah!
He's all kick
He's going
him.
to use
It's working
shocking
for
grasp
me.
again on the ones that seem to crawl up him. They're like trying to climb onto him, and he's gonna roll, and he does hit this time.
Thank God. I'm loving this creepy music. I love this so
And he
much.
does manage to hit them for
Yay!
5 damage. And yeah, he will stay there because he doesn't want to get an attack of opportunity. So next up, we are onto these rats over here. And as Beast, you run away. You have left your sister here as bait, basically. As she tried to help you, you have
She's
abandoned
flying.
her.
She's flying. She's fine.
She's flying.
Is she still flying?
Yeah.
Pre, would you say that Epic is still flying, or did she land
I'm so
next to
sorry.
Beast?
Let's see. Whenever she tried to pick him up, I would say that she probably... No, I think she's still flying. Yeah, she's flying.
Okay, she's still flying. All right. And in that case, 5.
Oh my God!
And instead,
But Beast is on the thing.
I'm on the crate!
Beast is on the fucking crate.
I'm on the
Go climb up it.
crate! What the fuck?
Oh my God!
They're just following me. God, Beast yells, ugh, they're so obsessed with me.
Maybe you have cheese in your
Dude.
pockets.
But no, why would I have cheese in my pockets?
You smell like cheese.
I do not smell like cheese. I don't have cheese in my pocket.
How come the rats are all over you? Ow! And he kind of flinches. Cecil
I
kind of
told
flinches
you.
as
They're
he's also
obsessed with
attacked.
me. And he like flips his hair to the side. Oh, they're so obsessed with
My God.
me.
Fucking rats.
And yeah, they are going to attack you.
What
Beast.
the fuck? He's like sitting on the crate and like trying to kick them off the crate. Like, get off.
And this time, as they seem to come in a wave, they easily scale the crate and immediately start to
Ew!
climb you.
Jesus
they tower.
Christ.
Oh my god.
They just swarm you. They climb straight up your clothing,
Ew.
over your legs, over your chest, over your shoulders,
Oh,
and they start
gross.
to and they crawl and they claw at your face.
Beast
Oh
is
my God.
screaming.
Well, fucking shit.
And they will do 4 damage to you.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
That's it.
That's a lot of my hit
wizard. A
points.
wizard is the half line. That's it. We're bloodied.
As you see that, Beast is as they're biting and clawing and scratching at their skin, Beast is not looking too hot. You can see that there's scratches and bites all over their arms and face.
Oh my
and
God, help.
They're bleeding and not looking too hot. Not looking good at all.
All right, and this time, some more rats come out of the bag this time.
Oh
They
my-
also
I'm gonna kill myself.
Wait, no rats come out, or rats come out?
The bag also seems to have deflated now, as
Okay.
like before. It
Wait, you
seemed
said
almost
more
like
rats come out?
No more rats.
no more rats.
Oh,
No
I
more
thought you
rats.
said more rats come out, and I was like, are you serious?
The bag seems to be almost deflated now. Like it had looked like a full bag of wheat earlier, but now it looks almost empty, as if they had eaten all of it, and instead that had actually just been an empty bag of wheat, and instead been a full bag of rats. That's the
Full
impression
bag
you
of
get, at
rats.
least.
Bag of rats.
Bag of rats from the store. Pito, it is now your turn.
Yeah, she's gonna grab her focus again. She's really upset that her magic has not worked, so she goes right back to brute force, and she's gonna grab her focus and smack the rats over at Cecile's feet, and she's just gonna yell out and just like, I want these things to be gone. Gross, 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 gross.
Yeah, hit me in the face.
For 16.
All right, and that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yep, she's using both hands. For another
Oh,
9
really?
damage.
Ooh, her quarterstaff.
All right, and Pito, I would like you to make me a perception check.
I have
You have them.
eyes.
Yeah, use your little eyes.
Use your eyeballs.
I have really good eyes.
You have great eyes. You have
Look
great
with your
eyeballs.
eyes. Your special
I
eyes.
guess they're not that great right now.
With your special eyes.
13.
No, you do actually notice. You note, that as you bring your quarterstaff down, you notice that they don't, like, you do hit them, you do some damage on them, but it's not as much as it should be. You just can't seem to hit them as well, trying to bludgeon them. And you get the idea that trying to bludgeon these rats isn't very effective, or as effective as it could be. And it's not doing as much as it would usually if you were to hit
They're
something
wearing
else.
armor.
She's gonna yell out and she's just gonna go, "Oh," and she's gonna like stomp her feet, like mimicking the way that she saw Speak stomp his feet earlier. She's gonna stomp. And she goes, "It's not fair. There's swarms. That makes it harder to hit. And I have like stupid fur cushioning. So I don't think punching and smacking them is gonna do anything." That's gonna end her turn there.
You stomp your feet and you feel a little bit better.
I feel better.
You're just feeling really emotional right now. This is a really hard thing for you. You were really excited to see like a new form of nature and instead they just seem to be trying to eat you guys, and it's just you're not cool with that. It's not as exciting as you wanted it to
Oh,
Well, it's not cool at all. Rats were supposed to be cool. I'm gonna end her turn there.
be. I think I skipped a rat turn, but that's fine. They can do that.
Stupid
They can skip their
rats.
turns.
You don't
Alright,
get a
so
turn.
the rats on top of Cecile are going to attempt to attack him again, and they're going to attempt to bite him. And they do so. They do bite Cecile.
No! Stop biting
they-
us!
They do manage to hit again, and he kind of
Uh,
cries out in pain.
Cecil, no!
As they do 6 damage to him. This time
No!
they,
Oh,
Oh, dear
God!
God.
What the fuck?
as they
We're all
crawl
gonna
over
die.
as they crawl over his entire body, just covering him from head to toe, as they just seem to blanket over him, biting every single part of him, his face, his chest, his arms,
No!
everything. And Cecile falls.
No! Cecil!
Mhm.
Man,
Screams
Ozzy's
that.
been here with your character.
I was-
Now he's dead.
This is what happens when we're not here to take care of our characters.
Well, there goes our brother. He's fucking dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
Cecil,
Keto,
no!
Keto is crying now. She's like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is he so like on death saves now?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. He passes out. Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Epic, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Oh my
so
God.
We're gonna do So let me think about this for 1 second. So okay, so I need to do all right. So Epic is going to cast floating disc. And I'm going to put it right here because it has to be 20 feet away from me.
Where are you putting it?
Right here. Like, well, I actually won't let me. Won't let me.
Hold it down.
Wait, no, here. No. I had to click on the right thing. Yeah, it's not letting me do a thingy. Let me try. There we go. I'm gonna put
Let's
it right
go.
here.
Okay, so right here? In this square?
Yes.
Or right here?
No. Here. Next to Beast.
Okay. Okay,
And
right next to
you.
Beast.
What are you putting down?
A floating disc.
Ooh.
So it stays 20 feet away from me. It hovers.
Hello, disc.
It's your little disc.
Yes,
Hi,
it
disc.
hovers. And so
Hello,
I've
floating
moved
disc.
5'10". And I want to move
Oh my gosh. What's the disc do?
15 over to one side so that the disc slides over to Beast.
Oh, hi, disc.
And with the intention of like getting Beast onto the disc.
What the
All
fuck?
right. You
Cool disc.
move. Let me go ahead and read everything for that. Epic, you do not have floating disc prepared.
Okay, guys. Well, we're all gonna die here.
No!
Sorry about
Fuck.
it. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, in that case, so should I just like go back to where I was standing? Is that what you want
Yes,
me
you
to
can.
do?
Yes, you can go ahead and retcon your movement.
I was right
Considering
here. Was I right here? Is that correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm just gonna go over to Beast and cast. I'm just gonna touch him and do Mage Armor.
Oh.
Oh, I don't have that prepared. We can't do that either, guys. Sorry.
No.
So,
You can go ahead and give yourself your spell slot back for that. By the way, if it takes it.
I have no fucking clue how to give my spell slot back for that. So,
I'm gonna give you back both of them for that. So there you go. You have both of your spell slots back.
I'm so serious right now. I can't do anything. I mean, I cannot do anything. So, other than same thing I've been doing, but it's clearly not helping because the rats can fucking
The
climb up
fucking
the
rats
barrel.
can climb the
So
Do you not have any attacks?
Kick 'em!
They're all area of effect attacks, or if I do anything to these rats, it's gonna hit the person that they're on. The rats are on bodies. That's the issue. Is that
that
we're
they're
wizards. We're fucking wizards fighting rats that are on other people. We all have AoEs. Like,
what about these guys down here?
God.
Oh my god, we have another freaking thing.
There's a whole. There's a
Are these
horde.
guys not dead?
No,
Nope.
they're not.
There's currently 3 of
okay.
them. Any of your ranged spell? Any of your ranged
no, it's fine.
spell
I thought
attack?
that I didn't know that these were what were you saying?
Any of your ranged spell attacks will be able to hit like an individual, like creature.
Well, yeah, but I don't
That
know
aren't
how
AoE.
many of these rats there are, and like I assume that you're calculating damage. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit these rats. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hit these guys. I fucking guess. I'll go back to where the fuck I was standing. I don't think I've ever genuinely ever been so frustrated at a D&D creature in my life.
Goddamn rats!
Fuck rats!
All my homies hate rats.
I don't play wizards for a reason. I hate
literally.
playing fucking wizards. I get so angry when I play spellcasters. I'm furious right now. God, I hate wizards. Okay, anyway. Oh god, I hate
Who wins?
wizards.
4 level 1 wizards or 3 rats?
You get it!
hordes
You
of
get
rats.
it! Thank
I
you!
genuinely hate wizards.
3 swarms!
I hate
If I
wizards.
There's
had
actually
a damn
4 rats.
dagger, I could have wiped out the. I hate wizards.
No, I literally hate
That's
wizards
what
so
I'm.
much.
I fucking hate
I have
wizards.
a dagger.
I'm gonna do chromatic orb on these goddamn motherfucking rats.
We should eat the
And
rats.
I have
when
this
we're
one
done.
fucking prepared. I hate being a wizard. I'm gonna do if I miss this, I'm quitting. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna do thunder damage.
Thunder.
Alright,
18 to hit.
that does hit.
Yay!
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Go epic!
15.
15
Fuck yeah!
damage
Kill
on
those
the rat.
bitches.
They seem to
Yippee!
just there's this rumble of thunder where they go, and they seem to like just go flying. They just scatter off.
So frustrated. It's so irritating
the
because like
rats
Epic would
are halved.
it's like Epic would save
them
her
rats.
siblings. It's like Epic would save her siblings, but as a wizard, I can't. Like I can't do anything other than pick up my
Also-
sibling and then be useless and leave my other siblings to fend for themselves.
Also, by the
God.
way, if you need to clarify any attack rules for what you think or can't or think that you can't hit with, please specify that. Because I can clarify whether or not you would be able to hit with those spells without hitting your siblings.
Yep.
I can clarify that for you.
I mean,
if it's-
I know
you need
for a
it.
fact that Eldritch Blast and like is
You
gonna
could-
like hit.
You
my
can
fucking
use
siblings.
Eldritch Blast on them. That would be one of them that you can use.
What?
That's not in an area of effect.
No, but it's Eldritch Blast on a person to hit the rats.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's force
if
damage.
you yeah, it's force damage. So I'm like, it would hit somebody. Okay, if you say it's not gonna blast them backwards with force damage,
Yes, I can.
great.
I do.
That's not usually how it works, but that'll
Gina, it is your turn.
change the game for
Alright.
me.
Alright, Jesus. So so again, I'm scared about the rats that tried to eat me alive a second ago. But
And
Judah-
you know for a fact now what they can do as you see Cecile drop to the ground.
But when I see Cecil drop to the ground, sorry, I'm so like low-key emotional. Okay. Um, so I actually have a question for you, Mr. DM. I had a dagger in my inventory, but I didn't have it equipped. Can I just say I have it on me and I can use it, or?
Yes, I will let you do that as a free action. You will not have
All right.
to. Mhm.
So at this point, seeing one of his siblings fall, yeah, he's gonna grab his dagger, and if he'll let me actually move Juno, he's gonna move over closer to Cecile where the rats are, and he's gonna
Oh,
try and attack the swarm of rats with a dagger that.
Oh yeah. Let's go, Juno. Let's
Okay.
fucking go.
but however, it does not hit.
Oh, Juno.
You don't manage to find them. They're practically halved now. There's just not as many over here.
Yeah.
But you do try. And you make an effort to save your sister and your now unconscious brother, who lays on the ground.
So when he notices that it doesn't work, he kind of looks at up at Pito, and he kind of starts backing up towards the crate. He can still do that, right? Take movement, attack, and then movement, or is it just
Yes, you can.
okay? So he's gonna back up again,
Let me
back
double
up,
check.
and
Double
he
check
looks.
something.
Unless there's opportunity, attack with opportunity, right?
There is, and you didn't specify that beforehand.
Ah!
Let me double check.
I wouldn't be able to do that though because I already used my action, right? Or am I misremembering that?
What do you mean?
Like
To disengage?
when you're moving out of range of an enemy, it uses your action to what's the word?
To disengage.
Yeah.
You do have a feature that allows you to bypass that. However, since you didn't specify and since you've already moved away,
Okay.
unfortunately, you won't be able to use that, and they are going to take their reaction to invoke an attack of opportunity on you. And let me roll for that.
No. Fuck.
I forgot. I'm sorry, guys.
That is okay.
No, it's okay. I
That
just
is
want them
okay.
to kill you.
And they do hit.
Juno, don't you have silvery barbs? Juno, don't you have silvery barbs?
Silvery barbs.
And they do.
I was gonna use it earlier, but I only have one spell prepared, so I
You only have
couldn't.
one spell prepared.
You should have more than one spell.
You should have more
prepared.
than one spell
No.
prepared.
Juno doesn't have a modifier or something, I think. So he only has
Oh
one spell.
no, Juno!
Juno is not intelligent. Okay.
Not intelligent. Also, Juno, that will do 2 damage.
Okay. That's better than Force of Steel.
That's not too bad.
Could be worse.
Like
Oh, you don't have a modifier.
The seal also only has 1 spell prepared, and I believe
Oh my
so
god.
does Beast.
Why are we wizards?
Actually, no.
Beast
I
has
think
3.
Beast has a lot. Never mind.
Except,
Sorry.
yeah, Beast has 3 spells
Why
prepared.
does
Except we
Cecil
need
only
to
have
figure out.
Why does Cecil only have
Because
one spell prepared?
Cecil has like an 11 or
Cecil and
12.
Beast aren't smart.
My intelligence is 14.
Oh.
I
He
have
has
three
Or not
spells
Beast.
prepared.
Sorry.
He has
Cecil
a
and Juno
10
aren't smart.
intelligence. So why are we wizards, guys?
Real quick though, Mr. DM,
I
after
fucking
this,
hate wizards.
after this, we do have to figure out because I'm missing 1 spell that I was supposed to have prepared.
Yes.
So we'll have to
I
figure
will
that out.
figure that out.
Yippee!
Yeah, I will figure that
We'll
out.
figure
I
that out
believe
later.
it is this. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
Anyways,
we'll figure out that later.
Yeah, now it is the swarm of rats' turn.
Oh god. Oh god. Please don't
Epic,
kill
you
me.
are still flying, aren't you?
Let me see what the last thing I fucking did was. Oh, yeah, she's still flying.
Okay.
Actually, no. No,
Oh?
actually, when I think at this point she would have figured out that it's kind of helpless and that all the rats are swarming the other kids. So she's gonna try to divert, hopefully, some of them away.
All right.
I think she. Actually, no, I take it back. She's gonna be flying still right now. Just right now.
Aw.
She's gonna see
Alright.
probably later. Right now, she's still flying.
Okay.
Because she just hit that swarm of rats and they're not dead, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
And
yeah, no,
they
she's
will
fine.
come over here, and they're going to attempt to come to you because they can smell you, but you're not in
Ah,
range, and they
bitch.
don't and they
They
don't
can
seem to
smell you.
and they don't
You
seem to
can't
understand
fly,
that
bitch.
as they sort of sniff the ground, they can smell Beast's blood on the floor, and
Ew.
yeah, from before, and they start to sort of lap at it and look up at
Ew.
you as you fly above. And
Bitch.
they are
These
going
are
to
drinking my
Gross.
blood.
and they will land right here.
Gross.
And then Beast, it is your turn.
Oh god. So you're seeing Bisk is like dripping, the blood is dripping, drip, drip, drip onto the floor, and they look furious, like teeth bared, like breathing heavily, like so pissed and covered in scratches and bites, and they're gonna pull their dagger out. They like whip a dagger out and start just stabbing at the rats right here.
Nice, lovely.
Stab, stab, stab. Please.
You can go ahead and
Please.
you can roll to hit.
Thank God.
Oh,
Die.
All right, and that does hit, so you can go ahead and roll for damage.
Here we go. Ah, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yes. And Beast, I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Oh god. Please, baby. Come on, baby boy. Please notice whatever freaky thing is happening. No! Rips my hair out.
You do notice this time.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. Yeah. You notice, as you dig your dagger into them, just like, Pito mentioned about trying to punch them and hit them, it seems just as difficult to, stab them with a knife directly. However, you do damage them, and you do damage them, but it's just hard to hit them.
What
They're
the
just
hell?
scattered. They're just scattered. They're in a swarm, and it's hard to stab multiple rats at once. You do damage them, but not as much as you would just normally.
What the fuck? Beast is gonna like scream that as he's stabbing these rats. It's gonna be like, oh, they're all scattered! It's so hard to pick them off one by one!
All right, and then will that be the end of your turn?
They are gonna scramble because they hit. They don't get an opportunity attack. They're gonna scramble a little bit further back on the crates and black further into the dark. Well, let's go like. No, let's go like. How far do I want to go back? They're gonna scramble a little bit farther back on the
Yes,
crates.
and since you do have your mobile trait, this will not provoke an attack of opportunity
Yeah.
because you just attacked them.
Yeah. So they kind of like scramble backwards. Actually, I'm gonna go.
We know how many are in these swarms, like. So it would be nice to know, like, which ones we could hit, because it's like, does this one have more or less?
Yeah.
Rats?
How many rats are in these swarms?
So this one is the smallest. You've picked some of them. You've picked quite a few of them off. They don't seem to be as. There just doesn't seem to be as many rats. They've kind of. You've killed off a lot of them already. This one too is about halved at this point. This one has a couple of them picked off, but it's the biggest.
Okay.
So, Beast, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
That's the end of your turn. So, we go to Cecile.
Cecil's
will-
fucking dying.
We will do a death saving throw on my end.
Oh no! Ozzy's gone and his character just fucking dies.
oh, I don't want to. No.
Yeah.
Level 1
He doesn't-
characters be like.
This truly was
No,
the
literally.
And now we move to the swarm of rats.
Oh,
So we are on this one. And they're going to come over here. They're just going to sit between you both, rather than actually swarming either of you. Actually, they're going to swarm you, Juno, again.
Oh my fucking god.
These motherfuckers.
Actually,
All these
no.
motherfucking
They'll-
rats in this
they'll stay right
motherfucking
there,
cellar.
but they'll stay right there. But they are gonna attack Juno.
You don't want to do it to the poor little buddy, do you?
They
They're
do.
gonna fuck you up, dude.
I know.
And they will attack. However, they do not manage to hit.
Oh.
Sigh of relief. Alright, and they will stay right there. And we will move on. These rats are dead.
Oh, I love it.
So we move on to Pito.
Yeah, she is like the entire round actively sobbing, but now she's sobbing a lot more profusely than before.
Oh,
She's
Oh,
going to
honey.
kneel down
This
to
poor baby girl.
the stairs and starts like gently like nudging Cecile. He's like, "Hey,
Oh,
Cecile, get up,
Oh my god!
and so she's going to take her
Pito.
action to grimace, but she's going to use her arm to push the remaining rats off of him, and she's going to use her action to do a medicine check, which I believe
Oh.
a 10 stabilizes him. So hopefully I have a +4, so I'm hoping that I can stabilize him.
Oh, fuck
It's a
yes.
15 medicine check. She's going to rip off pieces of the bottom of her skirt and try to
Oh,
wrap up some
Pito.
of his scratches that are bleeding off. And she's using that, and that's going to be her medicine check. So he should be stable now. If you
alright.
do,
Pito.
You do so, and yes, you do manage to stabilize him. He is still unconscious. But he is still unconscious, but he is unconscious, and he is not at risk of dying anymore.
Thank God. Thank you, Pito.
she's
Oh
going
my
to
God.
stay
Rats.
kneeled.
Where are the rats right now?
She's going to
Oh, that were on
kneel.
Pito.
She's going to stay kneeled beside Cecil, and that's her action, so that she can't do anything.
Wonderful. Alright, and
Where are
then
the rats that were on Cecil? Where did they go?
it is now their turn. They are now on top of Pito as she leans as she kneels to help her brother. They will swarm to her as she comes down to their level.
Oh no.
Becoming easier for them to access, and the warmth of her beating, living blood tempts them more than
Ew.
the stilling blood of her now unconscious brother. And as they seem to sense your beating heart, they swarm towards you, and they are going to attempt to bite you, Pito. And what is your AC, Pito?
12.
They do hit you.
No,
I'm gonna reaction
Pito.
cast. I'm gonna reaction cast shield, so it's a +5. So I'm at
Oops.
17.
Okay, so that adds it to 17.
Mm-hmm.
They do not hit.
Yeah. So she's going to still leaning over. She's kind of like trying to protect, like kind of like holding up there. And when she sees them rush over to her and they're about to bite, she's going to quickly mutter, "Shoot, shoot, shoot, shoot!" And then the invisible pink little barrier plops up around her.
Oh, look at her barrier. Wait, that's cute.
No, cutie, I love her.
I like her barrier.
And that's gonna be her reaction.
All right, yeah, and yeah, you protect yourself, and they don't hit. All right, and then Epic, it is now your turn.
So the ones over by Juno and Beask are the biggest, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's do 2 seconds while I look really quick. So I was debating. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay. Do we'll do chromatic orb again on the rat. I hope it's. I should do. Don't worry. Okay. Anyway, on these and
Which ones?
the ones that are over here by.
All right. Sorry. Yeah, I knew that. Okay.
Mhm.
You do that. Do you know which type of damage you're doing?
Yeah, we're doing thunder damage again.
Thunder damage again, and that does hit. So go ahead and roll damage.
Oh yeah, kill that bitch. And by bitch I mean rats.
And by it, I mean
19 damage.
19. That does hit, and
Thank
they
God.
squeal in terror as they seem to just explode again.
Load.
And they seem to barely be holding on. And the only thing that is
How
left
are
is
these things
one
fucking
single living
alive?
rat.
What the fuck? Like, how many hit points did these rats have? We're level 1. They had like 40 fucking hit points. We're level with 7. 7. God, that's insane. That's insane.
All
Oh,
right.
sorry, that's it.
Great job. Yeah, there's only one single living rat that seems to kind of squeak in terror as you destroy all of its friends.
Oh, I feel kind of bad for it.
No, screw those freaking rats. I have a brother
I feel
who's
a
dead
little
right now.
bad for it.
Actually,
Screw the rats.
hold on, let me see. 5, 10, 15.
Ro-
Can I go over and step on the fucking rat?
Yes.
You unfortunately do not have the resources.
Oh, never mind. I forgot. Never mind. That was my whole thing. Never mind. Okay.
Okay, you do
she's
fly over
she's
there,
gonna
though.
land. She's gonna land and go walk over there. She's about to go step on the rat.
Juno, it is now your turn.
before Epic can step on the rat, he's gonna take out his dagger and
Step
just
on
like
the rat.
Stab
He's
the
gonna
rat.
be-
Juno,
Yes.
stab it, Juno. Yes,
Kill
stab
it.
it.
Kill the
remaining rat.
rat.
Stab the rat.
Oh my
Okay.
Yes,
You
stab
do
it.
hit the rat. Yeah, you manage
Fuck it
to
up. Fuck it
spear
up.
it directly onto it.
And he's like,
Yeah,
it-
buddy.
And it
That's so
squeals out
satisfying.
loud as it is just
Good.
speared directly onto your dagger, and it seems to just hang off it as you
Good.
like wiggle it off, and like it falls to the ground dead.
Good. Kill it.
Fuck yeah.
God, thank God.
Us wizards needing to use the daggers.
No, literally.
Guys, we're wizards, guys.
And then
Hate wizards.
Oops, sure.
and then Juno's gonna stay up here on the crates now that those rats are dead.
Oops. Why is it showing the wrong ones? Where's my rats? Where are they? There. They're dead.
Juno's just kind of hugging himself on the crate, staring at the dead rat,
Aww.
just skewered alive.
Nice.
And that's the end of his turn.
We're having rat porridge, guys.
So I wanted to update those. Okay. Good job, Juno.
Yippee.
And now it is the rat's turn.
No.
As you seem to deal with
Fucking
one
rat.
set of them. 5, 10. These ones are going to climb over here to come harass you guys. Epic, you have landed on this box, haven't you? Or right beside it. You were coming over here to come stomp them.
Epic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're on the...
Oh, yeah, she's right beside the box. Yeah, probably. She was.
Hell
Looks
yeah.
like she's beside it. Yeah.
Alright, so in that case, these rats are going to attack you.
Fuck you, rat.
No.
Come at me, bro. Do it. Bet.
Alright. Attack you. What is your AC, Epic?
13.
They do hit.
Cool.
And they will hit you for 3 damage as they scutter at your feet as you finally come into reach of them. They
Ow.
have been hunting you. They've been hunting you this whole time, waiting for you to land. They finally get a taste of your blood as they sink their teeth into
Ew.
you, digging
Epic,
into
like-
the flesh of your leg.
Epic
I hate
Epic
that.
doesn't scream or anything. She just kind of like grits her teeth and she gives one of them the middle finger.
You grin and bear it as they attack you. It hurts, but you're not going to
doesn't
let them
hurt.
get the best of you. You're focused on protecting your family right now.
Cecil, this is what you You see, Cecil, I'm about to die because you shocked me earlier. I could have used that one hit
Oh my
point.
god,
I'm very
stop.
squishy.
No, yeah, let's replay them.
Biscuit is now your turn.
Oh, good lord. So those rats are dead?
Yes, there are now
Ah.
2 sets of dead rats.
Alright, there's only one group of dead rats, right? Or
Mhm.
only one group of living rats are left, right?
Yes, right there.
There's
That
there's
one is about
2,
halved.
and then there's one at Patel. Or
Yeah, one on
Patel.
top of Pito and then one right next to Juno. And
Oh, I
Epic.
see. Okay. He doesn't really want to get close to those rats. Let me see. Getting close to them would not be good. I am almost dead. Where's my ray of frost? What's that range? 60 feet.
He's sobbing and looking through his spellbook.
Let me see.
Book. I gotta read.
Okay, there we go.
Wizards be like,
If
fucking hate wizards, bro.
If I fire a ray of frost
yep, you should be
between
fine.
them, then I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Beastcrim on top of these crates, still, dripping blood from all the cuts and bites all over him. He's still, like, breathing heavily, teeth gritted, like, "Argh!" And then it's gonna fire another ray of frost right in between Epic and Juno, just, like, right
Go ahead
between
and roll
them.
to hit.
Moan. 12.
And you do hit. Go
Hell
ahead
yeah.
and roll damage.
No, let's go. 4 damage.
For
And
damage.
I think
Alright.
what else does Ray of Frost do? It takes 1d8 cold damage and its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
Alright,
Yay!
lovely.
So its speed's reduced by 10. They're chilly rats. They're cold rats.
They're cold rats. Kind of squeak and jump up and down as they are
Aw,
glowed.
they're all freezing. Chilly
For as
rats.
much as you hate them.
They're kind of cute.
No, they're not.
I think that. Beast on the other hand wants to kill them.
Alright, cool. And then we'll go ahead. Let me see. It is now Cecile's turn. Cecile, unfortunately, is
Knock the fuck out.
unconscious. Let me see.
Oh, Cecil.
He's
Baby.
stabilized, so he shouldn't need to roll a death
Roll
save.
deaths.
He does not. No, he doesn't. Let me see.
Thank God.
He's stabilized, so he's unconscious, but he's not actually
Dying.
bleeding out. Yeah, he's not dying because she succeeded in
yeah.
her medicine check.
Yeah, he is stable but unconscious. Okay, so these rats are both dead. So Pito, it is your turn. You do lose your shield.
So I'm gonna aim towards. If they're on her, it doesn't matter because she's immune to poison. She's going to finally use her poison spray. She's gonna pull up her palm and she's gonna blow against the palm, and this purplish pinkish substance comes out, and it's a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
All right. Okay, Constitution saving throw. Give me my rats.
Is shield not up on Pito anymore?
No, because that was her
No,
reaction.
it's
It
only up
lasts
until
one
my
round.
next round.
No.
All right.
Gotcha.
It lasts until my next turn, which is right now.
Okay.
All right, and unfortunately, they do succeed on that saving throw. Does anything else happen?
No.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No.
Okay. So we will return to the rats that are on top of you, Pito,
Mm-hmm.
and they
That
are
feels good.
going to attempt to bite you. They'll attack you. However, they do not hit, as they
Thank God.
as they crawl all over you, attempting to get at something. But your
How
your
did
skirt,
Cecil do on his second death saving?
he's
Sorry.
stabilized,
He's
so he no longer
stabilized,
has
so
to
Okay,
hit.
awesome.
he doesn't have
Pito
to.
saved him. Yeah.
Sick.
All right, so that will be their turn. They will stay there, and then Epic. It is now your turn.
I'm gonna. Okay, so just to clarify, since you're saying that like Eldritch Blast doesn't actually have a blast effect, it's like Magic Missile, right?
Yes. What I would say is that so for like Pito, there are several at her feet. You don't have to aim at her. You could just aim at the spot like right below her feet into kind of the wave of rats, and it wouldn't hit her. It would just hit them. You can just blast at them without hitting her.
Okay. Let me look really quick. First things first, she's gonna fly up 5 feet. Just get these fucking rats off. Swinging, kicking,
God,
get 'em
please.
off. And then she will let me look here. Okay, well, I mean, hey, if that's how it's gonna work, then I'll use Eldritch Blast. On the rats on Pito.
So over here. All right.
Yeah.
Now go ahead and roll to hit.
Wow. Sorry, Pito.
That does hit. So go ahead
Oh.
and roll me
Hell
damage.
yeah.
Yay, Pito. Watch it be a 1.
Oh, max
Oh, I thought
damage,
it
nice.
was.
Oh my
God.
God. That almost
Max
gave me.
damage.
That almost gave me a heart
Great.
attack.
Can you imagine if it really had a 0? It's like
I
there's
would
no
cry.
damage.
You managed to hit the ones on her feet. There are still a couple of them attached to her, but there are not a lot left. They're barely hanging
Nice. How
on,
many
and they
hit
seem
points do
to.
these rats have?
There only seems to be like 3 or 4 on her still. They're really just falling apart. There are not a lot of rats left, but the ones that are there are still insistently attempting to dig into her skin.
God, how many hit points do these rats have?
And will that be the end?
insane.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Juno.
Okay. These rats that are right here, like in between Epic and I, I'm gonna probably, like, realistically, Juno would be hopping down from the crate to try and stab him because I can't really do much else.
Jump
We're gonna
on
stab
Be careful.
You do
Yeah,
like a
please.
cool superhero jump down off the boxes with your knife. You raise it up in the air. You stab it right down into the pile of rats. And you totally. Okay, go ahead and roll for damage.
Please. Damn it! Okay, there we go.
Yeah, and you instantly spear 2 on your dagger at the same time.
Oh my lord.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going. Huh. Where do I want to go? 1 sec. Sorry, I'm just measuring something.
Also, don't be afraid to use your guys' features.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna use Rabbit Hop to hop over here.
Where do you want to jump?
Good one.
Go ahead. Yeah, and you
Rabbit
don't trigger an opportunity attack doing that. Go ahead and expend one of your uses for that.
Okay, sounds good. Usability.
Yeah,
And that'll be the end of June. Or do I want to move anymore? That'll be the end of Juno's turn there.
Let me see. Yep, okay, yeah, you're good. Nice and safe. Alright, we return to the swarm of rats.
Icons
This
are
time
so
we're
cute.
No,
I keep
Huh?
looking at how cutie the little rats are.
I know.
and they swarm you,
I
and you
love
get to
them.
get a really good close-up look of them.
Oh, that's so cutie. Wait, I'm
They
in the
cuddle
air.
with you. Oh, that's
Aw.
true. That is true.
I mean, not that rats can't jump. I just didn't know if you knew that I was in the air.
Yeah, they come over here and they kind of try and swipe at you, and they kind of nip at you like sharks in the water, kind of below you, but unable to get to you. They will move over here to
I do
Beef.
have a question. I'm just clarifying. We took away my hellish rebuke for wings, right? That's correct. I'm not insane, right?
Let me double check.
I think
Uh,
that's what
if it's not on your sheet, then yes. Alternatively,
Okay.
it might be something that you get at a higher level.
Well, it's because it's in my infernal heritage, but I was like, I don't think I have that anymore. So it's on my sheet, but I really didn't think that.
If it is on your sheet, no matter what we talked about before, that is something that you can do now.
Oh well,
That's
I
just-
wish I would have known that one.
Oh damn, that's cool.
Okay, because this whole
Well, yeah.
time I thought that it was
You get
it
both
wasn't
sick.
there anymore. Okay,
Yep, you
well,
can have that back. You can have that back because that is on your sheet now.
Okay, cool.
If I cannot be asked to fix it, then you have that now. But I'm not going to ask you to
Alright.
not use something that is on your sheet.
Sick.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're going to go ahead. They're going to swarm Beast. They're
No!
going to attempt to
Ow!
bite you.
Jesus Christ, I'm almost dead. Please no. Ah!
And they do hit.
No! Okay, I think I'm gonna die here.
Oh, damn it.
They hit
No! Okay.
for 1 damage.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So as they
Beast.
bite me, yeah, Beast is not looking good.
Oh
Like,
my
they
god.
are hobbling, like, arm all bitten up, like holding arm to their chest, like
Yeah, your
breathing,
legs
shallow
wobble
breathing.
as you
Yeah,
try
wobbling
to continue
legs.
standing, although like your
Mhm.
your ankles are just literally bleeding
Mhm.
as these creatures bite a chunk of flesh out of
They
you.
wince and like lean over.
Yeah.
I kind of hunched
All
over,
right.
breathing heavily.
And speaking of Beast, it is now your turn.
How many fucking rats are left?
Not many. In the pile that's right in front of you, there are only around 3,
Are
and that
there?
is the same case of
Are they on me?
on Pito too. Yes.
Okay, they're on me. Okay,
So there's only
cool.
about
Then
3 or 4
sick.
left on each of you.
All I need to know. So with one arm like kind of held up to their chest, like dripping, they're gonna take that dagger with the last remaining amount of his strength. He just like winces and stabs wildly, stabs blindly at these rats that are on me. No,
Let me see.
too weak.
You attempt to stab them, and you nearly stab yourself in the shoulder. And in an
I'm
attempt
so
not to
weak.
hurt yourself, you quickly nick the blade away, but you miss the rat, and you're
Yep.
unable to hit it as you try to
Too
stab
weak.
quite literally into
Weak.
yourself. Yeah. Next
Fix
is
my
Cecile,
head.
who is still unconscious, so we will be skipping his turn. And we are back to Pito.
Peter.
Alright, I'm
His
gonna
little
go with
girlfriend.
mine sliver. She's gonna stare at the rat,
Yeah.
and she's gonna cast mind sliver on the ones that are on her. So it's a DC 14 intellect saving throw. So she's hoping they're not that intelligent. Please don't be smart, rats.
Yeah, how smart are these rats?
So intelligence saving throw. Are these on the ones on top of you?
Yes, DC 14.
Okay. They fail.
They fail.
Mhm.
So
So
that
you
is
can go
going
ahead
to
and roll damage.
be
Yes.
4 damage.
All
Fuck them
right.
up. Let's
And they
go. Fucking
instantly
go.
drop dead.
Yes.
Pito.
Oh, thank God. There's like
Go
a sigh of relief.
Pito.
There's a sigh of relief, and then she uses her sleeve to wipe her snot from her nose.
Oh,
baby girl.
sweet little girl.
And that's gonna be the end of her turn. She's still like clinging to Cecile,
Okay.
and she's crying.
Lovely. Epic, it is now your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna
Also
do
lost my phone.
magic missile to. Actually, wait, maybe I won't. What's the how many rats are on Beask?
Only around 3.
Okay, so
3 rats.
I can do. I've done Eldritch Blast twice, right?
Yes.
Okay, I can do it one more time. I take it back. Let's do Eldritch Blast again. I mean, it's just like the strongest one that I can do without actually hurting Beast.
Thank you, baby
So,
girl.
the rest are not gonna do you any good. I could lightning lure you, and that would hurt.
Ow.
Okay, let's do Eldritch Blast one more time on the rats on Beast.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
Dab me up, mask.
Yep.
And that does hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Dab
Did
me
you
up,
see a
man.
teeter on that? Did you see a teeter on
Yes,
that
I did
fucking
on the 10.
Did
Yes.
you see that?
you.
Oh,
All
I
right.
saw it.
Good.
Hit it for 4. And they instantly fall
Oh,
dead.
fuck yes.
yeah. Thank
Oh,
They
God.
fall to
God.
the ground and off of Beask. And you guys are all
Oh
safe
my god.
now. And that will be
Thank
the
fucking
end
God.
of combat. You guys win.
Oh, thank fucking God. Oh
Why
my
is there
god.
Almost
Why is
fucking
there a
dead.
skull on top of me?
It's like it doesn't
Am I
look like
dead?
one. It looks like
Oh.
beat toad. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, she's gonna immediately well, just to move her away from the skull. She's gonna cry out, and she goes, "He's not moving." She's gonna cry out.
Okay,
He's not
Beast is
Epic
like
is,
breathing heavily. Beast takes one step like towards the crate and like stumbles and trips and almost falls off the crate.
Yeah, Epic is gonna kind of come over to her siblings and kind of gather them all together, and it's okay. Is everybody? I know we need to get Beast to Granny, but is everybody okay? Not Beast, sorry. Cecil.
Me
It's fine.
too.
But yeah,
Beast
Beast
is on
too.
her.
But at least Beast
I
is
have
dead.
two health
Beask is
left.
alive.
Yeah, Beast is like holding his side and breathing heavily and like and like and they go screw the candy. We gotta get back to the house.
Epic is gonna go over to Cecil and kind of get like on her knees and kind of just like hold him and just gently kind of shake him a little bit. Cecil, can you hear me?
Cease, wake up.
He's not waking up. I tried my best. I really did, but he's not
okay,
getting up.
Pito.
Okay, so Epic's gonna try to pick him up.
Yeah, you shake him. He doesn't look good. He's been wrapped up where Pito has been able to sort of stop the bleeding, but he doesn't look good. But he is breathing, and you can hear his heart beating as you kind of like put your head to his chest. He's okay. He's alive, but he's definitely unconscious. And as you try to talk to him, he doesn't wake up.
Okay, I'm
roll me
gonna
a
try to
strength
pick
check.
him up. It is 7.
You try. You sort of stumble trying to lift him up, but this is dead weight. You're used to picking up your siblings when they're able to kind of support themselves or hold on to you, but this you're just purely trying to lift like the heavy weight of Cecile without any assistance, as he just completely dead weights in your arms, and you're not able to pick him up on your own, unfortunately.
Pizza is going to go on the other side and try her best to help Epic.
All right.
Carry him.
So using your help action,
Yes.
Epic, you can go ahead and roll again.
Yay!
Alright.
And
Oh,
together,
yeah.
you together with Pito's assistance, you are able to lift him.
Okay. So, everybody go upstairs. I'm gonna take Cecil upstairs to Granny too, but we need to go back.
Juno
For you.
nods. Juno nods, and he kind of starts to run ahead of the group, and he calls back, I'm gonna get Granny over here, just so hopefully they don't have to walk as far as the house.
Yeah, because so then Epic will nod everybody upstairs, and she's gonna take Cecil to. I mean, she'll fly up last because the door will be open, so she doesn't have to use the ladder.
All right. Yeah, you guys will climb up the stairs. You exit the shed, and I'll go ahead. So Juno, you're going to be running ahead, if I'm correct.
Yes, I'm gonna go and try and grab Granny, so she can kind of meet with the group instead of us
All right.
limping to her.
All right. So Juno, we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to follow you.
Okay.
Into the main of the house.
I have a question. As before, like since as Epic kind of was watching everybody climb the ladder, could she look at the rats and see if maybe she has a better idea of what kind of rats these are?
Go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Okay. Ooh, I think I rolled advantage on accident. I think.
Well, go
I
ahead
don't
and
know why I
use
did
your 11,
16.
which would make you which would give you 15.
Wait, it was actually I don't know.
Yeah, you rolled an 11
yeah,
first.
yeah,
So that
11
would be
and
a
a
15.
19.
Yeah.
That would be
Sorry, I was looking
so
at
that
the
would give
wrong
you
thing.
15.
Yeah.
Looking down at them, you originally assumed that they might be some sort of weird, super-powered rats, but looking at them closer, they're not. They seem pretty normal. Like, they seem what you would expect for rats. They're bigger than mice, obviously, because they are rats, but they don't actually seem to be that abnormally sized or that gigantic. They just seem like normal rats, which might be more unsettling than finding out that they're some sort of other
Normal
form of strange,
rats.
odd rats. And
Gross.
you sort of wonder if this is how rats are these rats just strange, or is this how everything in the outside world is like? You don't know. You don't have a good reference for it.
Okay. She'll go up.
Alright, you guys go up, and we're going to go ahead and follow Juno as he runs with you guys, as you all sort of stay by each other's side, helping each other carry each other. And we'll go ahead over here. Oh, why is it not doing? It's not doing the thing I need to do. Why is it not working? Okay. Yeah, we're going to. You guys can't see this, but I'm gonna put you guys down here. You guys are not here, but I'm gonna go ahead and put you down here so you can see at least. Then Juno, you come in. Can everybody see?
Yes.
Yep.
So Juno's like running in, and he's going, Granny! Granny!
Juno, what's wrong?
Is there like a couch or like any sort of couch or anything in here?
You guys aren't inside. You aren't
Okay,
inside
cool.
yet. This is just for you guys to be able to see.
Juno's like kind of breathing heavily. He looks clearly like worn down and just
Oh, Juno.
all the little rat bites on his legs, and he's bleeding, and he's stiffly a little. And he's like, we went into the cellar. Cecil's really hurt.
She seems immediately concerned by your injuries. This is something that she definitely doesn't expect as you come in, and she'll immediately sort of lean down, kind of taking your arms and examining you, very, very concerned. She says, "What's happened to you? Where is Cecile?"
There, everyone else is outside. Like I assume, did they leave the cellar or did
Yes,
they?
they're kind of stumbling,
No.
kind of along back behind you, but they're still outside.
Everyone else is outside. And Cecil got really, really hurt. You need to go get him.
Hmm.
All right, she will nod, and she's going to take your hand, Juno, and she will come and she will follow you along outside to go meet your siblings. And let me go ahead and put you guys back outside.
This, our poor babies, man.
I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys around a little bit. So you guys are doing here. So you guys have managed to kind of stumble over here with Cecile, and as Juno runs out of the house, Granny comes with him, right at his side, and she'll immediately run up to you and see that all of you are very injured, and Cecile is unconscious, and she'll say, "What's happened to you all? What happened to Cecile?" And she'll
To look for
immediately
the
attempt
candy,
to,
like you said.
and she'll immediately attempt to take him out of your arms and pick him up.
Oh, honey.
She'll let him.
There were
Or she'll let
there
her.
were these creatures in the cellar. Granny, they were so gross, and they were biting us and scratching us.
Creatures?
They were
Yeah.
rats,
They were
Granny.
rats.
There's no rats in Starmagic Grove.
Well,
Yes, there are. Come here, I'll show you. She starts to like,
Aw.
go for
Well, then
it.
what are these? And Beast kind of gestures to all the scratch and bites all over their arms and face and legs. Huh? Granny, what about these?
I don't know. And she seems very, very concerned at this knowledge.
I'm not
And
lying.
her brows sort of wrinkle at the mention of there being any sort of other animals within the Starmagic Grove, as she
Epic
just
is
sort of
gonna go down into the cellar and grab a rat.
you go down
We're
into
gonna-
the
we're
cellar.
gonna
One of
go
those
get a
dead
rat.
rats.
You acquire one dead rat. Please add this to your
Okay.
inventory.
I do. Okay.
You return with a rat.
I come back with the rat and I run up to Granny.
There
See?
it is. That's what they look like.
I am so sorry, children. We'll have to find some way to keep them out. There must be a reason that they managed to get in.
How come we've never seen them before? Where'd they come from?
Starmagic Grove is a magical and safe place. No creatures like that can come into this place. Let's get Cecile into bed. And she will start to walk back to the house with Cecile in her arms still.
Oh. And she does. Beast's gonna follow and like kind of tug on Granny's sort of dress and be like, "Is he gonna be okay? Cecil, is he gonna be fine?"
She'll look over him. She'll take a moment, kind of pausing, and she'll look over him, sort of examining him. And after a moment, she nods. She says, "He'll be all right. He just needs a few hours to rest and lay down. We'll put him to bed. He should be all right by tonight."
Don't we have to get I read about rabies. Don't we have to
Aw,
double check that nothing
no.
wrong happened?
What? You mean those things have diseases?
I'll take
Granny!
care of him. You don't need to worry about it.
What about all
He'll be
these?
okay.
What about all these bites? And V's gonna gesture to all the bites on them again and be like, "Am I gonna get sick, Granny?"
Let's just let Granny get Cecil to bed. Then we can ask questions later.
Yes.
Fine.
Let me
Fine.
take care of him.
Epic will kind of put her arms around her little siblings.
Aww. Yeah,
And
and
go on to bed.
yeah, and She will take Cecile, and she'll start to walk back to the house. And she will carry him inside.
Hmm.
I think we should probably just go back inside. I think you guys probably need to take a bath and get some rest.
Juno gives Epic a nod. Yeah. I'm pretty hurt at least, and he kind of looks at the others.
Beast nods. Usually they'd have some sort of sassy quip, but right now they just seem to be in too much pain to respond. They just nod.
Yeah.
Come on,
And
go
so
upstairs.
Juno starts heading back.
Yeah.
All right.
Epic will go back.
Beast is kind of hobbling, leaning on Epic.
Yeah, and yeah, Epic will definitely help whoever can't really walk well.
All right. You guys head back inside, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put you guys into the where's my thing? Why can't I see it?
Why is it spicy?
Why is it
Why is
not
it
here?
spicy?
All right.
Spicy.
You guys will come back inside, and I'll put you over here. As you come inside, Granny is already upstairs, but you all come in. And as you come in, you also notice that dinner is finished. In the time that you have been gone, there is some food waiting for you, but there's no Granny to serve it, unfortunately. She's upstairs with your with your brother.
Oh, what
You're
food
left
is
alone
it?
downstairs. It's the soup that she has been preparing for the last couple of hours.
Is it divvied up into bowls already, or is it
Yes,
like the
it was
table
already.
sit?
Yeah, it was already ready for you.
Cool. Beast is immediately gonna go grab a bowl of soup and sit down and start shoveling it into his mouth.
Pizza
right.
is going to grab a bowl of soup as well.
Nom, 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 nom. Little flecks of soup going everywhere. Yum, yum, yum.
You guys
Juno's like,
head into the kitchen, and you guys grab yourself some bowls of soup. And it is delicious. I mean, it's your grandma's
soup.
homemade soup that you guys are very used to, and it's very comforting, and it helps kind of warm you as your whole body stings and aches, and some parts of you guys are still leaking blood from your open wounds and scabs.
Is there a
Ow.
first aid kit somewhere in this house that they know of?
Yes. However, you would know that Granny has access to it. It's not anywhere that you would be able to go get it. You assume that it's probably somewhere in her room, but you haven't been in there very often. And that room is obviously usually locked.
Mm-hmm. If Granny's busy, how is she supposed to help us? Wow.
Well, wait, why? What's he wanting her to help with?
Get the first aid kits! That's what
Oh!
Teal just said, that there's a bunch of like first aid
Oh,
kits.
it cut out. I
There's
didn't
like
hear that.
oh yeah, health, that there's like health stuff in Granny's room, but it's
in
locked.
Granny's room.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, we could try to get in her room.
No, we don't want to go in Granny's room. It's locked. We're not supposed to go in there, probably. We'll just give it a little bit. Why don't you finish your soup?
He's kind of angrily eats his soup a little faster now. First it was yum yum yum. Now it's yum 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 yum. Rapidly eats.
Come on,
Well,
whenever everybody's done, we'll go upstairs and take a nap.
Oh.
Juno's kind of eating his a bit more slowly, as if, like, even though he loves Granny soup, it's almost like he's too weak and sick to stomach it right now.
Yeah, Epic hasn't
Aw.
eaten. She's a little not. Yeah, she's not wanting to eat at the moment.
Beast
Aw.
Beast has eaten all his soup, and he looks around at the other soups.
Do you want more soup?
There are 2 remaining bowls, one of which you assume was probably for Cecil and one for Granny.
Well,
Beast eyes them up.
he can have mine then because Epic didn't eat a bowl either.
Beast is eyeing up.
Granny intended to not feed Epic.
Beast is eyeing up
There are
all of
3
these full
remaining bowls of
soups.
soup.
You can have my bowl if you want to.
Beast looks over and goes, "But Epic, you should eat too."
Well, we'll see
You're
if
gonna-
Cecil has dinner. Maybe I could just have his if I'm hungry later. If he doesn't want to eat.
But it's
But
hot
right
now.
now
You
you
should
can
eat
have
it
yours.
now.
I'm fine.
No.
Beast kind of pouts a little bit, but that soup's looking mighty appetizing. So he's gonna reach across and take Epic's soup and immediately start eating. Yum, yum, yum. 2 soups, 2 soups.
Two soups.
Pounds my hands on the table. 2 soups. Yeah, he
Is
is.
everybody done?
Juno ate like half of his bowl, but at this point he sets it down and kind of gives Epic a nod.
Are you not gonna finish?
You gonna eat that?
Juno kind of looks at Beast and he eventually is like, "You, I guess you can have the rest." And he's like, "I'm just not feeling that hungry now."
You're not hungry? What are you, crazy? And Beast is gonna grab Juno's soup and immediately start eating.
3 soups. 3 soups.
3 soups, 3 soups. But after the rest of this soup, you can see he is all full of soup. And so he kind of like takes the back of his wrist and like
Good soup.
wipes his mouth's all covered in soup. And he kind of like, but like it's soup and blood, so it's like a mix of soup and blood on his face. So he's like taking these blood soup. So he like pulls down his sleeves down to his arms, like over his wrists and hands, and then like wipes with the sleeves, wipes his mouth and face, and then kind of like hobbles out of the chair a little bit, like clutching his waist again. He's like, I don't feel so good. I think I ate too much soup.
Let's
Oh,
go upstairs. I
little
think it's
soup
time
boy.
to take a nap.
Soup boy, I feel sick, Epic. And you can see he's sort of like whining.
She's gonna lead the kids upstairs to put them down for a nap because they've been
Epic.
bitten and now one of them
Epic.
has a fucking stomach ache.
Epic, my
the
tummy
free
hurts.
From free
Epic,
soup.
my tummy hurts.
I know.
I think I ate
it's
too much
okay.
soup.
Well, that's what happens. You ate 2.5 bowls of soup, Beast.
But Granny's soup is so good.
I know,
That's
but you have to do things in moderation, otherwise you're gonna get a stomach ache.
Moderation is lame. And then they go,
Oh, it's pretty cool, especially when you don't have a stomach ache.
lions.
So she's gonna take. Wait, I have a question. So Epic's room, is it only for Epic or is it for the girls?
And
It's
it's the
for the
girls' room and
girls.
boys' room.
Okay. I thought you said Epic's room the first session, and it confused me. Okay, so we'll take the boys first. We'll take well, I guess either one. Well, I guess because I know be sleeping both. So she'll go into the boys one first, just because Juno's also with them,
Yeah.
and put
While he's walking down the hall, he kind of glances back at Pito, and he's like, "Are you okay?"
Peter has been silent the entire time. She's been very slowly eating soup. Physically looking at her, she actually has not taken any
He's unscathed.
hits that entire
God damn,
fight.
Pito.
She hasn't
for
got hit
her.
anything, but the end of her skirt is broken from the tears that she did for her
Aw.
makeshift
Oh.
band-aid.
Oh, ripped
And-
dress or ripped skirt.
And she does look absolutely petrified, and she's really silent.
Traumatized.
It's just-
Psychological damage.
There's just like she just does a very like silent nod, and when everybody else leaves, she follows along silently.
Juno notices her skirt, and he kind of goes, "Hey, let me," and he casts mending on the skirt.
Aww.
Oh, sweetie.
She silently lets them do it, and she mutters, "Well, thank you."
The hem of her skirt is restored as you cast your spell, and it's it almost like reweaves itself at the end, fixing it, and it's restored back to normal, good as new.
Yeah. And Juno kind of mutters back a little. You're welcome. And then he starts heading to his room so he can lie down.
Eepy.
And
Poor
then
little
Epic will put
bunny boy at 2 HP.
Juno and Beask into beds.
Yeah, you can see Beast
No.
like immediately crawls into the bed right next to Cecil, and like crawls into that bed and like anxiously looks over at Cecil, and then like crawls into that bed and snuggles up.
And then Juno hobbles into his bed. And
Epic's gonna
kinda-
glance over at Cecil. How's he looking?
He's been tucked in. He looks a little bit cleaned up. Like Granny's already kind of taken care of him and like kind of like gotten like some of like he's like in like a new change of clothes and stuff that's not bloody. And he looks okay. He's been tucked in and stuff and like he looks all right. He's just asleep.
Epic
His
kind of like, like puts a hand on his forehead and, like really affectionately and says, like just really quietly says, "I'm sorry, kid. I'll do better next time."
Oh.
Beast doesn't hear this, but Beast can see that Epic
Apple?
is Beast can see that Epic has like a hand on Cecil, and Beast kind of sits up in her bed and looks over and is like, "Epic, is he okay? Does he look okay?"
Okay, he's just asleep.
This kind of pacifies him. He's sort of like eyebrows knitted together, like nods, and you can tell he's really sleepy, and then he yawns and kind of snuggles back down into bed. Okay, if you say so.
And she'll kind of give a smooch to Juno's forehead.
No.
Give a smooch to Beast's forehead.
Oh,
And tucks them in, and then she'll take
wait.
Pito.
As Epic does that, Beast shoots up and throws his arms around Epic's.
No.
And kind of pulls Epic down and hugs her really, really tight, and like whispers in her ear and says, "Thanks for trying to pick me up. I appreciate it."
Oh.
Yeah, no problem.
And then like as if kind of ignoring that he even did that, he just like without looking at Epic goes back and like, quickly flips around to like the other side of the wall and goes shoo, shoo, shoo.
Epic
Definitely.
Epic starts to
Definitely
say
asleep.
like Epic starts to go, yeah, nope.
Nope.
Like doesn't
He's-
even get the words out.
No, he
And
immediately
then she
lets
just kinda
her
like,
go and rolls over quickly.
Yeah,
Little
she just kind of
embarrassed.
nods and plays along like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't hear that. Look at it.
You
And
didn't
she'll
hear
take Pito
anything.
out. Yeah, she'll take Pito out into the room. And goes to take Pito into the girls' room.
Yeah,
Aw.
before she leaves, she'll mutter a good night. And she'll leave.
It says
Sit there.
Alright.
And
Guys
then
return to your
she'll
room.
kind of
What's
and
up?
then she'll put Pito in the bed and say, "You did really good back there."
Aww.
I don't think I did.
Oh, you totally did.
It was really scary.
I know,
I
it was
grabbed-
really
I'm scary. A little scary.
I know it was really, really scary, but sometimes things are just really scary. But I mean, you can always get out of scary stuff just by being brave.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, being brave isn't easy, right?
No.
But things that are really good to have aren't always easy.
Mm,
Love the
So to
music.
get the really good stuff, you gotta do the hard stuff. Does that make sense?
I guess. A little bit. Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, maybe you can sleep on it.
I'll sleep on it.
Okay. And so she's gonna like tuck her in and give her a little smooch, a forehead smooch.
Thank you.
For
Gonna
what?
mutter. Oh, you were the bravest in there. You were moving around. I just hid behind Cecil before he went down.
Hey, I don't even think he'd be okay if it wasn't for you. So you're a hero.
Okay.
Okay.
Get some sleep. And then she gives her a forehead smooch and tucks her in. Then she's gonna check on little brother. How's he doing?
Little brother, not the little brother.
Vaxis, very small. He's awake now, and he kind of watches both of you, kind of like on his hands and knees, kind of like chewing on his hand,
Oh my god.
watching the both of you.
Useless.
His own matching amulet to both of yours already hangs around his neck. It's despite being so young, and he watches both of you interestedly and kind of coos at you like in interest as you approach him. And he kind of looks up at you, kind of sensing, kind of like being able to already kind of sense like the um, like atmosphere. Despite being so young, he can just kind of tell that something's wrong, and you can see that pretty clearly on his face.
Just smiles at him, and she's like, she smiles at him, reaches in, and kind of, like tousles his little whatever head of hair he has, like as much as he has. And says, "Oh, don't look at me like that. It's okay. Everything's fine. Just stumbled into some rats, I guess. It just happens sometimes." She kind of like looks away awkwardly, like definitely doesn't happen sometimes. And she'll kind of like lean down and give him a little forehead smooch too.
No.
He kind of giggles, and he kind of seems to smile as you smile at him, and like as you kind of show like that again, it seems to kind of like bring his mood up again as he kind of like giggles and smiles at you and grabs onto your wrist.
She lets him, hang on to her wrist for a little bit. And she doesn't walk away until he lets go. She lets him handle her for a little bit. But whenever he lets go, she does want to go like knock on Granny's door to like tell her that the kids are in bed.
All right.
Granny, are you in there?
You do knock on the door, and after a short moment, Granny will. You hear some footsteps behind the door, and there's a slight click as the door unlocks, and it opens. And none of you guys can see this because you guys are in bed.
Okay. Epic tries to come inside if she'll let her.
Yeah. Granny will move aside and she'll say, "Hello, Epic. Are you doing okay? I could tell how worried the rest of you were."
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get to the door.
Can you look at it? It's a small doorway.
It's really small doorway.
She will close the door behind you.
Okay.
As you come in, it's Granny's room. It's pretty small. It's pretty cramped. She's got her bed in the corner with a small end-side table. There's a table that seems to be covered with a cloth. And then like a little like desk over here with like a little chair and some stuff on it that she likes to use. There's a little shelf, and in the corner there's a wardrobe of hers.
Okay.
And she'll say, and yeah, she'll kind of like kneel down to your level, and she kind of like gives you like, and she like kind of like pets your head like affectionately, and like gives you like a small hug, and she'll say, "Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Thank you for taking care of your siblings."
Out of character, just to clarify, did Granny last session say that the candy was in the ground, or did she say it was in the cellar?
She said that it was underground, which
Okay.
you assume to be the cellar. So.
Okay, so she hugs her back and says, Granny, was the candy in the cellar?
Yes, it was, but it sounds like someone might have gotten to it first.
She looks kind of confused and says, "You mean the rats?"
Well, I plan on checking it out tonight. That will never happen to you again.
I don't trust Granny.
What did you mean whenever you said that this doesn't usually happen and that the rats aren't usually here? So is that bad? Are we supposed to be worried?
No, you have nothing to worry about, dear. It's just a bit unorthodox. I'm sure you were just as surprised as I was to hear that there were rats here.
Mm.
Want an insight check?
It's making me.
What part do you want to insight check?
She doesn't have any reason to be suspicious of Granny, so she's not checking because she's suspicious. She's checking to see if Granny is more worried than what she's letting on.
All right, go ahead and roll
Or
insight.
alternatively, if maybe the worry isn't actually that genuine at all, but more to see if she's actually worried. Oh, it's a nat 20.
Hell yeah. Woo.
You know Granny really well, and you don't think you've ever actually seen her, look like this before. This is, the most concerned you've seen her look in a really long time over anything. She's definitely hiding her concern, but you can tell that it is likely to, keep you from freaking out and to not worry you. However, you can sense that there might be more that she's not willing to tell you, that she hasn't mentioned, but you don't know what it would be. You're not sure what else about this is.
Roll persuasion check really quick. Okay. So 19. And Epic's gonna look up at her and say, okay. Hey, Granny, I'm the oldest, and, whatever's going on, I can handle it. But what is going on?
There's likely an issue with the magic that protects the grove, that keeps all of us safe and protected from the monsters that live in the forest outside.
Monsters.
Yes. The forests
There's monsters?
outside of our grove are not safe for you or for any children until you're old enough to be able to defend yourselves. It's even I am afraid of those monsters, dear.
Well, what kind of monsters?
Many beasts that I've read to you before. I'm sure you likely thought that they were fiction, but many of them roam in the woods right outside our home. But again, it's nothing that you need to worry about. I'm simply worried that if rats are able to get in and to hurt you this badly, I'm worried that if something else were able to get in,
Well, where does the magic come from? Why is it not working?
This forest is enchanted. It was enchanted a long time ago. That's why we decided to live here and to settle here, where it's safe. As long as we don't leave the boundary, we should all be able to stay here in peace, without having to worry about the monsters.
I have a question, out of character. So if Epic is the oldest, and, they have a baby brother, do we not remember, how they came? Does Epic not remember, when her siblings showed up? Or, was there just suddenly a baby and other kids all of a sudden?
Granny would have left you guys alone at home. She would have left and she would have come back. But
Okay, that's what I was wondering, yeah.
Yes, she would have traveled to the forest to do so. But you have never gone with her when she does leave for town very occasionally to pick up children or even to bring stuff back. You've never gone with her.
So whenever you go pick up the kids from town, do you ever see the monsters?
Sometimes, but I'm lucky that I haven't seen very many. I have to be very safe when I travel. It's why I cannot ever bring you guys with me. It's safest that you stay here in the protection of this part of the forest.
Okay. Well, I think things will be okay. But anyway, everybody's asleep, so I think they kind of need a nap.
You should get some rest as well, Epic.
Yeah, okay. And she's gonna walk towards the door, and then she'll kind of pause at the door, and she'll just kind of glance back at Granny and just say
if you need me to do anything, you promise you'll tell me, right?
Of course. I love you, Epic.
Okay.
I love you and all your siblings.
I love you too.
And she'll smile at that, and she'll give you a kiss on the forehead, very, very affectionately, and she'll give you another short hug to say, "I'll make sure that all of you are safe. I'll
Thanks for
look
always
into it
being there
more
for us,
tomorrow."
Granny.
Of course.
Okay, and then she'll leave and she'll go into her room and but whenever she comes into her room, I think like she'll go like I think because there is a window in here. I can't remember where the window is. So
It's right over here.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. She'll kind of like she's gonna go to bed, but like into this bed, but she'll kind of stop at the window and just look out to see if she sees anything, like a monster.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. My eyes fall out of my skull.
Peace and love. Nothing's wrong at all. Great. Yeah.
Okay, cool. She's gonna lock the
Works great.
window.
Yeah, you lock the window just to stay safe, and there's just a lot on your mind right now. I mean, it's kind of starting to get a little bit dark outside as we start to kind of reach like dusk, and you don't notice anything outside, but you do just feel this need to keep your siblings safe and to protect them.
She'll turn around from the window. Oh my
What are
god,
you
Vito!
What are you looking? What are you looking at?
No, Beto,
What are you-
that one gif. Fuck.
Yeah, that's the exact reaction.
Snuck up
What are
on
you
me here.
looking at?
I was just looking outside. I wanted to see if the rats got out.
You think the rats got out?
my
No,
God.
the rats didn't get out. Besides, they're all dead. I was just wondering. But Granny shut everything up really tight, the cellar door and stuff, so we just all need to take a nap. I think we're all just tired.
Mm,
Do you want to sleep in my bed with me?
mm-hmm. She nods.
Okay.
Aww.
So Epic will pull her into her bed, and and she'll pull Pito in the bed, and she'll tell her a bedtime story. She'll tell her,
Once upon a time, there were two orcs.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh, great.
Money where your mouth is.
Oh god. Where's my performance?
Got me on mask.
Got me a mask.
It's 16.
Right. You quietly tell Pito stories, and you tell her all about these like gnarly orcs, like fight. And as Pito kind of starts to get a little bit anxious, you like switch it up, and you start telling her about.
She tells her the story of like really brave, strong orcs. And when she starts to get freaked out because of how cool the orcs are, she tells her that like they were siblings, and they were really good guys, and they looked really scary, but they weren't scary. They were really, really, really nice, and they rescued people, and they rescue a princess in the story.
Yeah,
She likes that story.
And the princess's name is Pito.
Oh, she likes that story.
As you tell her a story about them, about these like strong orcs like rescuing this princess
Stop,
named
that's so
Pito.
cute.
This seems to kind of calm her down, and she like smiles, and she like enjoys the story, and you guys are both able to fall to sleep
Honk shoe,
in
honk
each other's arms,
Honk, shoo, 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 shoo.
honk shoe.
and
Me.
night falls upon you all. And
And we die.
So if I just saw your DM, I
Yeah,
apologize.
it's okay. No worries.
I was a bit late.
They're
And
okay.
Honk shoe.
that will be the end of our session tonight.
We almost died from rats.
I almost died from
That's
rats.
so intense.